Hey, it's Ben from Death Battle, and you should subscribe to Raccoon Bro VA.
Trash bin talk.
Hello, everybody. My name is Raccoon Bro VA. Welcome back to another episode of Trash Picks Talk. And we have some really cool presentations today. Multiple collabs, as a matter of fact. And one of my own that I've been teasing for a bit. But this first one is one that was actually going to be here like a few episodes ago. But, some communication errors on my part made it get switched out, so like we're finally doing it this time, and I'm really excited for you guys to see this.
Next time on Death
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
this
okay.
Digimon.
It's finally time.
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Okay.
All right.
That should be interesting.
I thought for the longest time since many people have wanted a Persona 4 remake. Why not wait until now to talk about it?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect timing.
Literally, yeah, perfect timing. We'll probably hear more about Persona 4.
This is a me and Yosh collab right here.
Yeah.
I mostly know a lot about Persona 4, and he of course, knows a lot about Digimon. So,
Yeah,
fuck it, why not? We ball.
Fuck it, we ball. Cyber Sleuth is such a fun game. Obviously, the main connection between these two is that they both play as pseudo detectives by jumping through TVs and shit.
That's already enough of a connection. You could go for that.
Yeah. And of course, for some reason, a very good ass series pairing is Persona / SMT and Digimon. Because I know there's a couple of these matchups flying around, but this is definitely the big one. I'll speak a little bit about Aiba, if you don't mind.
Go right ahead.
No, go ahead, man.
Yeah, so Aiba goes into Eden, which is basically the digital world. Runs into an encounter with a very fucked up looking being that looks like a nobody from Kingdom Hearts. Ends up getting eaten as he is teleporting out of Eden. So now his body is completely made of digital data. And he is running around trying to get his body back.
I hate when that
While
happens.
also trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
So he literally became a program.
Yeah, he essentially became a program in the real world. This is how he is able to actually go into Eden at will, using the TV in the main detective office in Kyoto.
I see.
And since he is from specifically a Digimon Stories game, that's very different, he is able to have 3 different Digimon out at once.
Okay.
Not just 1, but 3.
Yes.
This isn't a Soma situation where it's like he's putting, like he's cloning a mind version of himself into the computer, but like his normal version stays outside. He's like actually going and he's like turning himself into an actual program.
It's like his consciousness turned into a program while his actual body is still in a comatose state.
Okay, that's interesting.
I was thinking it was like sort of. I was thinking like it was sort of like a Bleach thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds a lot like Ichigo.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. It's just his body's like in this permanent comatose state, and his consciousness, you can still see and you can still touch him. It's just he's made of pure data.
Okay.
It's also a little bit like Star Force Mega Man as well.
Yeah, a little bit. A little
Okay.
bit like Star Force, except, he's not EM waves.
Yeah, except not,
I would fucking love for Aiba to get in. One, this matchup would just be... This is like my favorite Digimon matchup, because Yunarkami is also just the goat of goats. But
For those who like, yeah, I was about to like talk about Yunarkami, but you can go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I feel like most of us know about like Yunarkami at this point, but for those at home who don't, for those at home who don't, Yunarkami is just your average teenage boy moving out for a year. To just to see it. I think his uncle or something. I forgot.
Yeah, his uncle.
his uncle for like a year or so, along with his sister Nanako. They run into like a couple of like cast members and all that: Yosuke, Chie, Yukiko, Kanji. And then like they go into like they realize that there's been a mysterious set of murders sitting around, and most of them happen to be part of another alternate world that centers around TVs, the Midnight Channel.
Interesting.
That goes hard.
Oh yeah.
And then like him, eventually they run into this marketable douchebag, Teddy. Marketable douchebag.
That's a very apt description of Teddy.
Yeah. It's like sensei. Oh my god.
One could say it's very accurate.
Oh god.
Why despair when you could check out Despair?
Anyway.
Did someone say despair?
Shut up, Monokuma.
Okay, but
sorry.
Anyway, but like Narukami, Yosuke, Chie, and a bunch of his other friends eventually also run into shadows, which is like the personification of oneself, but just like their true self. You know, them being an asshole or being entitled or yada yada yada, all the bad things that you thought you weren't, but you actually are. And then they would become their personas. For Yu Narukami, he obtained a Izanagi, you know, lightning and shit.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
He throws lightning, and over time they went on to like solve more crimes while also taking care of his like other family with Nanako.
And I find it interesting that people seem to really relate to you very easily, despite the fact that he is like still a silent protagonist at the end of the day. But like he's considered by many to be possibly the best one. Well, he's a lot of people's
got a lot of
favorites.
personality, despite you know. I think the anime did help with that.
Oh yeah, the anime totally helped. Johnny on Bosch, dude.
Yeah, Johnny on Bosch kills it in the anime. It's like the best part.
I always like stories like that where the voice actor goes ham with their role that they normally only have like so few words to say as them, but then they get the opportunity to say a lot more. Something similar happened when the Saja boys were added to Cookie Run, and all the
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Why did that come from?
Where are we going for that?
No, what I'm saying is the voice actors in the movie, they only had like a few words as the Saja boys, but then they got to say a lot more like as their Cookie Run variants in the video game.
Oh, that's crazy.
That really sucks how they had to get more. They could only get more personality from a video game.
Yeah. So people like Sungwon Cho and Alan Lee coming back, they mentioned that like,
cool.
oh yeah, we got to have like way more personality as them in the Cookie Run video game
as
than the movie.
They're fucking cookies.
That's what I was getting at, but yeah. So I'm curious about how the compatibility of this would play out, since it's one goes into like a core like the digital world, and the other goes into like the TV world, right? Do you think those two settings would be compatible enough that you could just like have them meet up there?
I think it would be like one of those episodes where they get like a specific amount of rules or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of just standard verse equalization. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Because like really, like this is different from like Persona 5 matchup where it's like the metaverse is very weirdly set up. Anyone can enter the TV world, and anyone can enter Eden. But they do it the normal way, not how Aiba does. So you can just kind of go, because there's really no special rules, so it's like verse equalization.
Okay, cool. That's fair. Yeah. So I'm imagine. Oh, yeah. You go ahead.
Yeah, I kind of want to talk a bit about the debate real quick.
Bring it on.
And
it's SMT and Digimon. These series have very infamous dimensional tiering in the versus community.
Yes. I believe Narukami, I think unironically, is considered the weakest protagonist in Persona.
Damn,
that's
wow.
It's mainly because, if I remember correctly, the first of 3 games, Persona 1 and the 2 Duology, scale directly to a guy named Philemon, and he is like a higher tier above everyone else. Then Persona 3, and then when you take the later 3, 4, and 5, the strongest is clearly Makoto.
Right.
Like,
When does he
Makoto
get
is
in
by
this
far
episode?
away the strongest, so Narukami, I think, just ends up being the weakest by default.
It's
I
like,
could be wrong, though.
damn, how is he gonna
Damn.
contend with boy with earring?
Boy with earring goes crazy.
Hey, Dragon Ball can tell you, earrings can make you stronger.
Yeah.
And
And
I
I'm
don't think, yeah.
directly in the game.
Yeah.
I think Cyber Sleuth is one of the main culprits of like the insane Digimon tiering that exists. So it's very close when it comes to stats and stuff. And what I really do like about the fight is that it's basically Narukami having to fight off 3 fucking Digimon just to land a single hit on Aiba, because Aiba himself is not that strong. It's just he commands strong beats.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I feel like we forgot to like name drop these 3 Digimon: Hyandromon, Mega Gargomon, and Rosemon.
Yeah, those are
okay.
the 3 starters that you can choose from. However, it's just like you can get them anyway with how.
So Pokemon rules.
And
Yeah,
and of course with Yuna Arkami, just like with any other Persona protagonist,
Wild
they
card.
they can switch to whatever persona they want. Like like the mentioned Izanagi, or throwing fucking Jack Frost, because why not? He needs to be there.
Of course he does.
Because everybody loves Jack
You
Frost.
can't have an SMT battle without the Hee-Ho.
Oh yeah.
And just to say how much Digimon Aiba has access to, in the full complete edition of the game, he has access to 341 Digimon.
Oh, Jesus.
All right.
And he
that
can
makes
only
sense.
use 3 at a time then?
You can only have 3 at a time and 9 total in your party that you can
Okay.
swap back and forth.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Like the dynamics of all the different Digimon and personas bouncing off each other, like trying to strategize around it. Kind of like what Giorno versus Joker was doing, but with both sides being a lot more varied.
I
Yeah.
feel like, okay, on a side tangent, I feel like some JoJo Sona matchups can be considered good, but most of them are not.
It's very
like,
rare, yes.
remember when like even people pin them? I'm not trying to like shit talk any of the other like matchups that these 2 have. I mean, outside of Aiba, because they got fucking nothing. But you, on the other hand, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna go into that. Josuke and Soma Cruz exist. That's it.
90%
I
of
just think this
JoJo's
matchup
are just really bad. I'm just not gonna lie. I'm not gonna hold it. Like,
Oh yeah.
I do think this is the best for both, because it allows them to play. It allows both to just play off each other a lot better with the wide variety of shadows and Digimon. The debate, while infamously the debate day in DBJ was wrong because they got something wrong about Aiba, it's still a genuinely close debate.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I forgot this was.
I feel like it also
Yeah.
should be considered who has,
Debate months are not necessarily a true decider of who wins.
It's not the end all be all.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
still- there's still ways.
Just like
to,
Death Battle isn't the end all be all.
Yeah.
but people see it like that anyway.
Nature of the beast. But this is still, I think, a very close debate. Part of me wants to say you wins, but I wouldn't be surprised if Aiba was able to clutch out a victory.
Oh, I just noticed something funny. You and I.
Emmy and you.
You and I,
I mean, I was gonna make the joke of, all right, we got a new matchup coming into Death Battle. We're bringing in you. What?
Me?
Yeah, we're bringing in you
versus
from
you
Persona.
versus you.
I love
Sans
saying
versus you.
What? I'm glad you
No,
remembered
it's-
that joke.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
you versus me. It's
Oh,
just
wait.
the Nintendo
Forgot
Mii's.
about that.
You? No, him. Who? Me? Yes,
I'm
him.
you.
No, me. I am me. I am you. He is me.
Oh, who are you? I'm you.
We're totally gonna get another That Man gag.
Yeah,
this,
give us
we?
the Rush Hour.
Absolutely.
Just give us a blatant Rush Hour ripoff.
Just give us the abridged version.
Change nothing. Just yeah.
So obviously, I think 3D would be the best way to go for something like this, because
yeah,
Probably, yeah.
Because like with all those character models, it would I imagine that would give them a lot to play around with in Blender, probably, as opposed to making a lot of original sprite assets. Which is kind of like, we all thought Ash vs. Yugi was gonna be sprites because like, oh, sprites is simpler, but then we didn't realize that, oh wait, actually 3D would actually make more sense there because of the fact that they have so many models to work with already. And so I wouldn't be surprised if this is a similar case, and I would love to see a Persona character in Luis or Zach's like modern 3D art style, and Digimon as well. Wasn't okay, correct me if I'm wrong here. Did Atlas have anything to do with that Cyber Sleuth game?
No, that was Bandai Namco.
Okay. It does feel very Atlas coded though, from like what I've seen of it.
I mean, it is an RPG monster summoner.
Yeah, it's very the best way to describe Digimon story games, which are the main RPGs that Cyber Sleuth is, they're SMT like.
Okay.
With how the gameplay is structured and the fact that it's a monster collector.
And there you
it's
go.
not like Pokemon. People keep saying it. That's just fucking wrong. Sorry, I had to get that out for a second. It's more on the lines of actual proper SMT.
Oh, so it's just like Pokemon. No, it's totally different.
No, that's basically me.
It's like Sonic fans trying to make people believe that they're not a ripoff of Dragon Ball.
Super Sonic is completely different.
So what's that energy beam he just shot out of his hands?
It's the Sonic Boom.
Yeah,
the Sonic Boom.
This matchup does feel like it's a very Origin coded matchup. I don't know why.
Yeah, this feels very Origin coded.
Oh,
honestly, I can see it.
With this.
Like an Origin 3D.
He's yet to like, I don't think he's directed a 3D fight for the show yet. This would make sense for like his, if they were to pick one that would be good for like his first try at it. This does feel very in line with his style.
Yeah.
It does help for the sake of like, if they were to make this a 3D episode, Yu's got a pretty nice looking remake of his game coming out next year.
Yeah, the perfect opportunity. And just I'm glad that this is one that we can all decide is a very like strong matchup. Then we don't have to keep doing JoJo versus Persona over again. And
I think we do JoJo-Sona.
I don't even need to get into Pokemon versus Digimon.
I mean, not saying JoJo-Sona is bad, but just like there's some exceptions, but most of them don't work.
And also just, I want Digimon to fight someone that's not Pokemon.
Yeah.
Even though I do love YouTube 5-4 Greymon, I would love to see Digimon like against another series. And I think SMT and Persona, like that pairing in general, is so much stronger.
Mm-hmm.
And allows for a lot more fun.
I think
I know another matchup is the main character of SMT5 versus the main character of Digimon Time Stranger, which I still need to play.
Oh yeah, that was the new one that just came out.
Yeah, the new one that just came out.
Would you still call Aiba a tamer, a Digimon tamer?
So the joke in the fandom is it's less tamer and more he's a gogglehead, because all of the protagonists in Digimon, outside of like 2, all have goggles.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right.
I mean, unless he got that shit on though.
But he does.
Yeah, he does have that shit on. I think the only exception is Marcus Damon, who beat the fuck out of Digimon, and the main character.
Oh, I love Marcus. Like Digimon World Data Squad was my first exposure to it.
Editor, pull up that time where he just punched the shit out of a giant ass Pokemon, or just any or not the Pokemon. Just punching any Digimon. Just put like.
But he does tame Digimon in the game, right?
Yeah, usually the term is either Digidestin, that's like kind of throwaway term, because Aiba is technically, spoilers, Aiba is technically a Digidestin. How exactly? Play the game and find out.
Okay.
No one knows.
Fair enough.
And but it's usually Digidestin or Digimon Tamers.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. All right. Nice.
Before I leave for the rest of the video, I do have to say, Midnight Sleuths is such a fucking banger, dude.
Oh, I love that.
That's the soundtrack, right?
It's a fan-made track, and I've been listening to that shit non-stop, dude.
Nice.
You could get all the kind of instruments you could get out of a Persona game, as well as some that could work in Digimon. Most likely a lyrical track.
Oh, I'd love to see a lyrical track for this one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
In general, it's just really good.
Like
Persona and Digimon, that'd be go hard.
If they got what was the name used for Ichigo?
Adam Park.
Yeah, they got Adam Park for use.
Adam Park for
Narukami. Baby.
Adam Park would do a great impression of Narukami, honestly.
Yeah.
They sound very similar.
Yeah.
For Aiba though, he doesn't have an official English voice because the game wasn't actually dubbed.
We could think of like a headcanon voice, maybe,
Yeah,
or maybe do something. Yeah.
Or maybe just have both be Japanese.
Because he does speak in the manga, though.
Okay, I was about to ask, does Aiba even talk at all? So that's good to know.
Okay.
He does have a personality too. He's a bit quirky.
Cool. He's a little bit kooky.
And gets really angry at the one edgy motherfucker who keeps being edgy to the point where they actually start fucking fighting each other.
just giving
giving
him a lecture to stop being edgy.
Aiba just shows up and just starts punching him.
And I love this render a lot as well, because the first time I saw it, I thought he was throwing up ones and zeros and like SpaghettiOs.
It's like the Eminem picture.
You know that meme of Eminem throwing the hamster?
It's just a SpaghettiO.
Yeah, it's a little spaghetti.
That's great. All right. Any closing thoughts on this one?
Go play Persona 4 and go play Cyber Sleuth.
I'll definitely check out the remake when it comes out. Cyber Sleuth looks very fun.
Get the complete edition because it comes with a whole nother game, Hacker's Memory.
Oh wow, okay. Wait, is that for the Digimon or Persona?
For Digimon.
Gotcha. All right, awesome. Thank you guys.
I'll just take my leave now. Thank you.
All right.
I can finally talk about this, and I got some shit to do.
You might want to see though this next matchup though, real quick, Yosh. I think you might appreciate it.
Okay.
Really?
All
right.
All right.
Asgore versus Andreas.
All right.
This one is my pick.
Okay.
Yeah, I must admit, like, this is the first time I've pitched out a matchup in a while, but just because I don't really have too many unique picks. But with this one, I have recently remembered my interest in it, and yeah, I just really think this would be a really cool fight. You know, it's two tyrannical kings of alternate worlds who were changed by a tragedy involving someone close to them, and their family legacy being changed for the worse in different ways.
Like good intentions lead to bad actions.
Yeah, the road to hell and such.
Yeah, and yeah, just after I played Undertale and watched Amphibia around the same time in 2023, I just immediately got the vibe of this matchup and just thought these two were a perfect fit for each other. Not to mention, I've thought about what the fight dynamic would be like, and I'm almost thinking like a combination of maybe like Sauron versus Lich King and Vader versus Obito. You know, just like the grandiose scale of two kings fighting for the rule of their land, while also just showing the tragedy of these two characters.
There's so much potential here for not only a possibly a cool war aesthetic, and then like just focusing mainly on the two generals going at it, but then underlaying it with palpable undertones of the tragedy that emanates from these two, and like possibly having like a bit of a mutual understanding between them, and like whoever wins, like giving tons of respect to the loser, and just there's a lot of potential here that I would love to see happen.
Yeah. Of course, like it would, like most Undertale matchups, it's hard to like judge where Asgore scales, but like either way, just like seeing their powers clash and just as Carrick mentioned, just like the potential for a full-on war, or it just this is probably, other than Luz versus Am, which I just have a personal attachment to, this is probably my favorite Amphibia matchup.
Yeah, I would love to see. I really do think Amphibia like has a great shot at getting on the show soon, because I mean, hey, I think there's been more like buzz going on around it, especially with Matt Braley getting that Kickstarter off the ground for a new cartoon, and so that's kind of helped put Amphibia back in people's mind space again. And Undertale is one of those things that will never ever go out of style. It's just
it will always stay relevant, whether it be a new series or a continuation.
Or memes.
And just
or just whenever Toby
or Sans.
Sans.
Yeah.
So
anyway, I should head out now. Thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you, Yosh.
All right.
Thank you, Yosh.
I would love to hear Asgore get like a really strong country bumpkin accent to him.
Oh, howdy. Just like it's deep and gravelly, but just kind of super friendly.
I want, if Santa Claus was Southern, that's what he needs to sound like.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, and I'm about to derail this shit. When you said Southern accent, my first thought was him sounding like Froghorn Leghorn.
I say, Frisk, I wish I could offer you tea, but I gotta take your soul.
It would be very bad.
I say, what is this frog fella doing?
Now, did you realize your friend abandoned you because of the horrible things you were doing? It wasn't her fault. You gotta realize your own problems within yourself before you go threatening other people with wartime, son. Froghorn Leghorn giving King Andrias a talk down.
God, yes.
I love that meme.
That was an interesting time when that took over the internet.
Even Eric Bauza dubbed one of the ones of him talking to Free Ren.
Wow.
Eric Bauza is such a great voice actor.
Yeah, I'm so excited for Kennedy versus Acme. But anyway, so yeah, that's what they need to do for Asgore. And for King Andrias, we mentioned this guy all the fucking time, but
we need a Keith David.
Yeah. So
Get Ray Hurd back, honestly.
Ray Hurd, but
if
having this would be his chance to get a little bit more goofy with it, because what I like about Andrias is that he's a very threatening character, but like he also has like the capability of showing off a lot of personality too. Like he has one of those moments of like ooh, okay, girl, like just really like playing around with his opponents, that kind of thing.
Very quirky individual.
Because he's so old that like he doesn't like care as much is like the way I kind of see it. But these two have like very paralleling endings to their stories as well, of them being able, these are both like sort of bittersweet like redemption arcs that they go through, and
them recognizing the error of their ways, like in the pacifist route for Undertale, Asgore being confronted by Toriel being like, how about you don't kill people to free us. And then Andreas obviously reading that note from his friend that he thought had abandoned him. Both are very bittersweet characters. The only thing that I kind of found funny about this matchup, the more I think about it, is that there's kind of like a pretty big size difference between these two.
That's what I was thinking.
Asgore's only like he's like a little bit taller than like the average human, I'd say, but like Andreas is like 30 feet tall or some shit like that.
He's freaking huge.
Yeah, when Marcy was first introduced to him, she was like doing fucking monkey bars off his finger.
Yeah, it's a pretty notable size. It doesn't like ruin the matchup for me. I definitely think there's ways to like still make it work. It's just funny.
Yeah,
that's all about it.
But when you're an outsider,
size difference should not make that big of a difference. It just it's a cool visual.
I feel like when you're an outsider and you see you wouldn't think about that though at first, because you think of the Undertale sprites. Like Asgore has a very massive frame, so you think of him as a massive character, but you don't really think of the height as much until like you actually compare them side by side like that. And
pretty much.
So I actually did think of that myself until you brought it up. That is a very good point. And what is there sort of a agreed upon winner with this one? I'm curious.
I haven't really thought about who would fully win, because like with Andreas, he has it's just really hard to compare these two, mainly with with the Undertale scaling kind of being all over the place, and also with Andreas, it depends on if you give him his like giant mech in the finale or not.
Yeah, I would say he'd be given that, and in that case, that mech was able to go toe to toe with blue form Anne. I don't know if that form has a name.
Anne in her calamity form. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and like that form, I think it has like I've seen some calcs of it, of like the power that that form can attain, which like can reach maybe continent or something like that.
Yeah,
it was around that level because like one of the Frobots like had like this massive explosion, self-destruction,
and she kicked it into orbit.
Yeah. So yeah, I would imagine that probably beats out any like Undertale feat that isn't like Frisk or Kara related, which obviously Asgore wouldn't scale to. So I'd say Andrews probably would win, but yeah, I mean, shit. It still, I think, would make for a really cool fight. I mean, all their crazy stuff, because like Asgore has like his cool fire abilities, like all the fire wheels and stuff, mixed with like Andreas's fire sword as well. Like I think there's a lot of cool aspects of this dynamic that I think help take away. Like it helps to alleviate the fact that like this was probably like a pretty obvious Andreas dub.
I had a thought about how it could start out like perhaps it would I'm trying to think of who would be invading who because go ahead.
I'm almost thinking possibly Andreas, because he's like the one who's been more like invading.
He does seem the more invasion type.
Yeah,
he would be like this fight would be like, I guess, set possibly like during like just like hypothetically it'd be set during like when Andreas had the treasure chest, the treasure box,
the calamity box,
the calamity box, and like he was using that to invade other worlds. He'd be invading the underground.
I'm almost imagining like at the beginning of the finale when he is first invading Earth, and for some reason I'm almost getting like a Bowser versus Eggman like vibe of him. Like basically at the beginning of his invasion of Earth, he also made like this hologram announcement to the people of the city he was invading, and it would almost be like Eggman announcing to Bowser, basically.
Yeah. What was the name of the city that
the
he was castle invading? No, the city. No, I know that was Los Angeles. I meant the city that he rules.
Newtopia.
I've come. This territory is now the new Newtopia 2.
This is new Newtopia.
New Newtopia.
Neo New Nuevo Newtopia.
Yes.
Featuring Dante from Devil May Cry.
And Asgore's just like, Asgore's like, and I thought I was bad at naming things.
Yeah, so I think if they wanted to do something kind of badass visual there, like maybe have Andreas like coming underground and being like, I heard that there were many monsters living underground here. Join me in my army or face annihilation. Beg for
so you're thinking Frieza Megatron.
Yeah, it was
maybe.
It's like beg for mercy or perish, and then you cuts to Asgore's perspective, and you see them like the UI in front of him, and he destroys the mercy button and like goes in for an attack.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Okay,
yeah,
that would be
that'd
cool.
That'd be a
actually.
sick visual.
Yeah.
That'd be really sick visual.
I could see the Viz post going ham on that, especially with Asgore's powers.
I was also gonna mention, like, I always remember that that scene from Amphibia where like they tried to storm Newtopia Castle, and Asgore. Oh, God, these names their names are too similar. Andreas jumps down from the castle. He does like this cool like dance move with his sword, and he just says, "Well, don't stop on my account."
Yeah.
He's such a good villain,
cool.
man.
Yeah.
And Keith David's voice performance helps so much.
Yeah.
Man, yeah. So just. I think definitely the vibe gets across immediately with this one, and Undertale and Amphibia is like a really cool, or two very cool verses to compare in that regard, and seeing Wisdom Boomstick talk about the worlds and all the wacky characters that live there is a really cool thought to me. Part of me would also, I don't know how likely it is for them to do a Marcy episode. Like, I've seen some people say Marcy versus Donatello, which I think is cool, but I don't know how likely that is to happen. So because of that, I do request that maybe they have one scene where they're fighting, and they get sent into the Mettaton like stage play, and then Asgore like tries to like follow Andreas, but he falls down the flight of stairs.
That's funny. I was also just thinking.
I want that meme to be referenced. That's all.
Yeah. I was also just thinking, like, in terms of like the finale to the fight, I'd like to imagine that if Andreas wins, I like to imagine that like Asgore's like final moments would be like, I guess, calling out to either his wife or son or both, and like Andreas almost taking like notice of that and like almost giving like a sort of like somber like farewell to him, like, no, you can finally rest easy. Like kind of like a Vader versus Obito in a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. If this definitely needs to have an ending where you don't feel victorious, you feel kind of hollow from it. And,
so basically, the Obito ending is like, you have been liberated from hell. Find peace in the next life.
Yeah.
Find peace in the next life. Yeah.
I love Nemesis's take on that. That it was Obito's attempt at a mercy kill, but he fucked up at it.
That's so funny to me.
But he killed him with a soul-destroying sword.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I might have messed up there. Yeah. So giving them kind of a bittersweet exchange at the end of like finally realizing like what they're both about, and perhaps like giving some sort of foreshadowing into like either of their final battles against the protagonists, and like how that might affect them going forward. That would be very cool to see. Also, I think I think this could either work with like a hand-drawn style or sprite style, because Undertale is even though Undertale is known for the sprites, there are so many fan animations of it, and a lot of them being hand-drawn that like look fantastic. I
definitely think Spritish is the way to go with this.
Yeah, I think with Spritish, it would make the potential of an army aspect a bit more doable, possibly. And obviously not being the main focus. I was thinking more like an Ultron versus Sigma thing, where it's like in the background.
Yeah.
And like with these two being the main focus. So yeah. Very cool stuff here. Any final thoughts from anyone?
I think
I basically mentioned most of like my main thoughts on this matchup, but just overall, I just think this would be a really cool fight to see play out.
And I also really love the script potential, both for the fight and also analyzing their stories. There is a lot to unpack with these two.
Yeah.
So very, very, very cool stuff. All right, awesome. Thank you for that, Danger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now then, it's time. I believe we got another collab to show off here.
FTS Deathmatch Makers and Zeostorm present.
Oh. Okay.
Collab.
Wait.
Oh
what?
boy.
Wesker.
Oh, hell yeah, baby.
7 minutes. All I need.
I just need 7 minutes.
I need 7 minutes to make some good milk.
All right, Flip, all yours.
Alrighty. Here we go. Homelander, the psychopathic supremacist from The Boys, and Albert Wesker, the BOW researcher turned GOD aspirant from Resident Evil.
Hell yeah. So funnily enough, like me and Flip planned this like a week ago, and funnily enough, when the cast got announced, we and him just looked at each other like, how? How?
It was just like, they're listening.
Are they watching us? We planned this for like a bit, but like we didn't expect it to be this soon, so it was like, screw it, I guess. So yeah, Homelander versus Albert Wesker, which is, to be honest, my favorite like matchup for not just for Homelander, but for Wesker, considering I'm just starting to get in Resident Evil, considering I just played 9 and I fucking loved it, and I'm currently gonna play 2, 3, and 4, and 5. But I feel like this is like a really great way, because think about it, because these two have like majority god complexes, but it makes their ego so big that it literally gets them, you know, it basically gets them humiliated, defeated. Homelander, for example, from Butcher, a guy with somewhat like with Wesker's powers, except it's just tentacles. And basically how he defeated Homelander was outsmarting him, while Wesker got defeated by Chris Redfield, aka Mr. Boulder Puncher. So I'm going to talk about Homelander. Flip will talk about the amazing Albert Wesker.
Yeah.
So, Homelander, Vought International's favorite superhero. And you might think Homelander is just, you know, supposed to be the greatest hero in the world. Except not really, because he's the closest thing to Satan. But that kind of happens when he's raised in a lab with, you know, being tortured and being tested every single day. Until one day, after he finally got up to, you know, introduced to the world as the next greatest superhero. The only problem is, he was not right. And I mean, just not, he was fucked. Like, he was a horrible person. His first day as a superhero ended up in a disaster and blew up an entire, you know, power plant. Fortunately, though, thanks to Vought, they basically made it to where he can cover up any bad thing he's done. So meaning, he could do whatever he wanted without any consequences. And that's what he did. But little did he know, that would bite him later on, when he fucked with a particular British limey, Billy Butcher. And Butcher would would give everything away just to kill Homelander. And would just give everything he could. And eventually, in Season 5, Homelander got the new V1, despite, you know, maybe not living up to people's expectations. If you want my input on the finale, it was alright. I mean, it wasn't the greatest thing, because I'll say this, it definitely did not hit in some areas, but it was okay.
It really felt like one of those things where, like, we just want to get this done, man.
Yeah, I was expecting that final episode to be a lot worse than it actually was, but like it came out pretty decent in comparison to like the build up to it, which I thought was genuinely terrible.
Oh yeah, no, that was that last season felt like it needed more episodes.
Season 4 and Season 5 just needed to be combined into one season. That's my
pretty much.
Also, Zio, I don't blame you for being confused about the accent, considering Butcher and Homelander are both played by Kiwis.
Wow. Yeah, but Homelander, eventually he would be part of the 7, which he would, at first he would be under Gus Fring or you know, Stan Edgar, but then after being overthrown by his own daughter, Homelander would become the new leader of the 7, and he would do a horrible job at that, considering he is like a man-child trying to control everything like the most childish way possible. Like, treating his teammates like shit, literally getting people killed, and even just like doing the most inhumane shit you ever see. And even And even that led to like either him killing the other, like his other teammates, or just them abandoning them, like A-Train, which before Homelander killed is like, without these powers, you are nothing. And that's what happened in the finale when, you know, after Kimiko getting Soldier Boy's powers, which kind of felt out of nowhere, but just roll with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was able to blast the V out of Homelander, and he was just an ordinary person. While we didn't get to see much, we saw the fear in his eyes. Just him crying and just realizing that what made him, you know, in his eyes, a god, is now just everyone else weak. And he was just begging for his life, making it to where he'll do anything. And it was like, so you decided to act mercy for now after everything you've done? So Butcher's like, and this is for my Becca. Just ending Homelander. And he will forever remain as not just a terror over the boys, but also the biggest man-child in media. And also the greatest meme poster.
That scene.
You see the memes they're making of
Oh, the frickin' finale scene was so well acted on Anthony Starr's part.
Have you seen the memes about me?
Yeah, his death was really well done in the finale. I'll definitely give him that.
Yeah, I agree. It's well done, but man, I like Anthony's like acting made that scene also just very funny. He's like, "Oh, fucking suck your dick!"
Please.
Stop!
I love how somebody.
You want me to eat shit? I'll eat your fucking shit.
I love how somebody's interpretation of it was like when he said, "I'll suck your dick," and it cuts to Butcher be like they're like, "Oh, he's like considering it for a second."
No, I remember seeing an Instagram post saying Homelander offering a guy that lost his wife a blowjob. It's like, please. It was like Homelander being a nice guy offering Butcher a blowjob. It was like, what?
Well, it's like Anthony Starr and Carl Urban really do make that show, and they you could tell they have so much fun with that, and I love seeing Carl Urban like play that final just like horrifying like judgment boogeyman character in like Homelander's final moments, and genuinely a very effective job there. And honestly, Butcher deserves his own Trash Picks talk at some point.
Oh yeah, we'll find something.
All right, I want to talk about the debate, but I want to get through Wesker first. So Flip, care to do the honors?
Time to talk about the objectively best character in the entire Resident Evil franchise.
I wouldn't blame you.
Alrighty.
Words with you.
Albert Wesker, notorious for having an accent you can't place and wearing sunglasses indoors. He was introduced as the captain of the Special Tactics and Rescue Service, or as Nemesis would put it, STARS team. And he led a troop full of people you recognize: Chris Redfield, Jill Valentine, Barry Burton, the GOAT. And they invaded a mansion looking for research on an upcoming virus. And it was infested by zombies, because the T virus had pretty much just completely ravaged the entire mansion. And then near the end of the game, it's revealed that Wesker was a traitor working with the Umbrella Corporation, which is the massive pharmaceutical company that created the T virus and pretty much every other virus to come up in the series. And yeah. And he was pretty much revealed that he was always working with Umbrella. He's just been using the STARS team as test subjects for their weapons. And then he was sent there to destroy any evidence of that place by blowing up the mansion. But he pretty much immediately gets impaled by one of the tyrants and then is left for dead as the Arclay mansion blows up. Turns out, he did not die. Keep this in mind. It will be a trend. He survived by injecting himself with a prototype virus that doesn't really have a name, but instead of turning him into a zombie or some mutated monster or anything like that, it just straight up gave him superpowers. He gets, like, typical enhanced strength, durability, super speed, basically just looks exactly like teleporting, you wouldn't know otherwise. He gets a healing factor, and something I found out relatively recently, thank you to Realm of Gods, Kazuya Wesker, he has little eye energy blasts that he can shoot.
Wait, what?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
it's like
cool.
it's like a Yeah, it's just something I figured out. Thank you again, Realm of Gods, for that.
Okay.
Then he proceeds to pretty much play a background role for the next few games, 2, 3, and 4. He's shown talking with Ada Wong during 4, and how they were going through their whole plan to retrieve some Las Plagas virus to sell off. Then Resident Evil 5 comes around. He's got an entire new wardrobe. He pretty much just stole an outfit from the Matrix and walked out.
I was hoping you'd make that joke.
I mean, it's the easiest joke to make.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then he essentially Agent Smith's Chris and Jill, just 1v2, completely obliterates them. Then Jill tackles him out the window off a cliff. Chris thinks Jill and Wesker are dead. He is not dead. Neither is Jill. Then he pretty much kidnapped Jill, brainwashed her with some weird chest parasite, which was pretty much just fan service. We can admit that. And then moved on to create his crown jewel, the Ouroboros virus, which he intends to spread around the world, complete global saturation, and weed out the weakness of humanity. Those that survive the virus will get to live on as the future of humanity, and those that don't die. Very standard, like, I'm gonna become a god style, weed out the weak, natural selection, yada yada yada. You've heard all these monologues before. Then he meets up with, I think her name is Excella Gion from Tricell, who was a rival pharmaceutical company. They worked together to develop that virus. And then, I completely forgot. Back before he does the fight with Chris and Jill, he meets up with Oswald Spencer, who is the CEO and founder of Umbrella Corporation, who reveals to Wesker that he was part of a eugenics-like creation project called Project W, or the Wesker Project, in which it's revealed that he was essentially manufactured to become a new, perfect race of humans.
So basically raised in a lab.
Exactly.
Wow.
And then, once he reveals that, Oswald, of course, goes on a monologue mourning how, since he's so old and decrepit, he was supposed to become a god, and how ironic it is that the one with the right to be a god should face his own mortality. Wesker proceeds to grab him on the shoulder, give him the Viltrumite special through the chest, and say, "That right is now mine." So, moving on to Resident Evil 5. He's got the Ouroboros thing ready. He meets up with Chris and his new partner, Sheva. And they have a whole big fight scene inside of a plane that's going to drop Ouroboros missiles on everything. In which he gets one of the coldest scenes where he's literally just shooting a pistol off to the side while eyeing Chris and walking toward him, teleporting out of the way of every single bullet fire. It's incredible. Then the plane crashes into a volcano. Chris, Sheva, and Wesker are not dead. Because of course. Then Wesker he's pissed. The whole global saturation thing didn't pan out. So he just straight up shoots his whole arm into a canister or missile of Ouroboros virus. It completely infects himself. He mutates to like twice his size. He gets these giant like lashing tentacles. It is very Butcher-like now that you mention it.
Yeah.
And then they have a whole final boss fight. Wesker monologues, Chris punches a boulder, and Wesker gets knocked into a volcano. Wesker did not die.
Why?
He pretty much used his tentacles to lash onto the helicopter that Chris and the rest were using to escape, and then he gets hit by dual RPGs, and then he's actually dead.
Okay.
Kind of.
Kind of.
There's also his son, Jake, who's in Resident Evil 6, and then his clone, who's in Resident Evil 9.
Zeno,
yes. So yes, that is the extensive history of Albert Wesker. Oh, he's also in Dead by Daylight.
Yep.
Good for him.
No, like, also, side note, I was playing Dead by Daylight once, and I was fighting, and we were going up against a Nemesis killer, and, like, I swear it was a bot. It was, like, somehow hacked to where he was running twice his speed, and then I just see him running towards me. I'm like, what the fuck?
Hang on. Hang on. Did it look like this? Did it look like the GIF I just posted?
Yes! Yes, oh my god.
I'm just like, what the hell? All right, but as for the debate side of things, so as for strength, I don't know if there's anything like Resident Evil that Albert could scale that would be higher than Homelander.
It is pretty tough. I think his best chance is with the Ouroboros virus, because he does get insane boosts to everything. But yeah, and he did survive being waist deep in lava.
Yeah, he was fully submerged in lava. But I think it would be safe to say Homelander's comparably stronger. However, strength alone won't be enough to help him win this fight when it comes to other stuff like speed. Thanks to Liam. Seriously, thanks Liam. They stated that Albert can dodge bullets, dodge electric blast, and lasers. Something way faster than Homelander, which his only speed feat, to my knowledge, is when he takes bootleg Elon Musk to space and back, which was directed to be around Mach 200. Impressive, but I think it's safe to say Wesker is way faster. And as for skill, I'm just going to say this right now. This comes as a shock to, no one. Homelander is not a fighter. He has his powers and stuff, but just he's never really gone in a hand-to-hand fight. The only time he's ever had is he had to go up against opponents that can match him, like Butcher and Soldier Boy. And when they did, he either gets outskilled or outwitted. So it's easy to say that with Albert's greater levels of experience.
And thanks to the rushed final episode, it doesn't look like V1 did much of anything.
If anything, it made him weaker.
Right. Yeah. He gets Mega Mind anti-feats. Let's go!
Yeah.
Because he used to be able to slice Kimiko in half with his lasers, and in the finale, he could barely phase her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what came down... Oh, sorry. No, you go.
I was just gonna ask, in terms of the debate, how exactly does the Ouroboros virus, work? The mechanics of it?
I think it just gives him tentacles, doubles his size.
Well, I meant more so in terms of infecting other people with it.
I think it's just impaling with the.
There wasn't really anybody else to infest in the volcano.
All right, because what I was wondering is that they make it a point that because there's also a virus that's used in a season 4 and 5 of The Boys.
That's right.
I don't know if it had a name, but
the soup virus.
Yeah, the soup virus, which specifically targets the compound V that's in a soup and kills them. However, we know that people who are infused with V1, which was the first iteration of compound V, are immune to the soup virus. And so I was wondering if that would possibly, since Homelander did inject himself with V1 by the end of the Boys TV show.
We know he's
he's
immune to the soup virus, but we don't know if he's immune to every virus.
Yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Behemoth. I'm glad you mentioned that, Behemoth, because that's what I was going to get to, abilities, which highly matters in this debate. Can Wesker infect Homelander? While we know that the soup virus could not infect Homelander, we do know that it did severely weaken Soldier Boy. It didn't straight up kill him, but it still weakened him to a point to where he had
to be carted out on a stretcher.
Yeah, he was incapacitated for sure.
And even then, the Ouroboros virus is stated to could affect the planet on a global scale. Something that could probably
global saturation.
Something that surpasses the soup virus. And even so, it's that's something that Homelander or no one in the Boys has ever literally countered against. And even so, even Albert and even Wesker's superior skill advantage, meaning he can pull that off, just either distracting Homelander or just getting the best of them, just rage baiting him. Yeah. So that's why I give the win to Wesker.
Okay.
And
I agree.
I probably agree with that. I
can definitely see Wesker winning.
But guys, couldn't Homelander just fly away and regroup?
You didn't see the last episode, did you?
If he did.
Yeah, can't Homelander?
If Ryan could tag him before he escaped, I'm sure Wesker could.
Yeah. Well, Wesker has the tentacles, right?
Yeah.
So he could bring it. How far out do his tentacles go?
They go quite a ways, I think.
It was far enough to reach a helicopter while he was inside a volcano. And keep in mind, I forgot to mention that while Homelander has other abilities like his heat vision, sonic screaming, I think Wesker surviving being submerged in lava should give him enough heat resistance for his heat vision.
Because technically, Homelander did get damaged by that one Maeve puncturing his ear with that one metal thing in season 3.
Yeah.
And don't forget about the mixed uranium.
God, he has so many weaknesses that come out of nowhere.
And he's V1, make me immortal. So you've been nerfed.
No. I guess I'll give him benefit of the doubt. Maybe Kimiko was made a little bit stronger by the V1 or like the uranium testing on her. Like maybe that's what they were going for.
Yeah, maybe.
But because it was so rushed, it's kind of hard to tell if that was the intention.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I want to see mostly with this matchup, I want to see it to where Homelander, basically, I hope I can imagine the fight to start. It'll be Vought sending Homelander to take out Wesker, and then Wesker's like, huh, look at this. Vought sending their own national superhero against a scientist like myself. You're nothing but a boy playing.
Lab rat after me.
You're nothing but a boy.
Your compound V could prove useful.
And it just be Wesker just rage baiting Homelander, as in like he's like way more superior in like mind and like skills than Homelander, while he's just trying to rely on his
This won't even take
force.
me 7 minutes.
It'll just be
Sorry, no, you finish your thought.
It'd just be Wesker just toying with Homelander until like he gets the Ouroboros virus, and then Homelander's like, "What the fuck are you?" And was like, "Humanity's greatest evolution."
Okay.
I hope one of them says.
What the hell are you? The only one with the right to be a god.
Yes.
I'm glad you said that, because you know that if you look in the chat, there's that Wesker gif I sent. That would be like the perfect answer to the Homelander. Just him taking off his sunglasses. And then firing like a laser beam at him.
Yeah.
That would be pretty sick.
Homelander would be like, "What the fuck are you?" And Wesker's like, "Humanity's new god."
Yeah, and then he just fires a beam real fast.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, but this is very cool, and this is making me want to play more Resident Evil, and Wesker is very swaggy. That's all I gotta say. But what do you all think?
Extremely swaggy.
I think it would be nice to give Homelander like a few more like legitimately cool moments than he did last time. Like maybe like Wesker is like going on about like how I will bring humanity down with me, and Homelander's like, oh, scorched earth. Looks like we share the same destiny after all. And then
I could also see him making a quip because like Wesker's super speed looks like teleportation. It also kind of looks like A-Train.
It's sort of.
Just the kind of vooping back and forth. It's like, this again.
Admittedly, I do want to at least ask like a question regarding something I'm kind of a little bit on the fence about is how fight dynamic exactly works. Because from what I know of Wesker, Wesker is a very hands-on kind of fighter, hand-to-hand.
He does have guns.
Compared to Homelander, I feel like it's kind of hard to see Homelander really standing a chance because Wesker would dog the shit out of Homelander.
I think
hand to hand.
Homelander would probably have to use like rely a bit on his speed and laser vision, but at the same time, Wesker also has speed and laser vision, so his flight he would have to rely on his flight.
Well, to be fair, Wesker's laser vision is very limited range.
Yeah.
It's just like these short little boom bursts.
Does Wesker have like a healing factor of any kind?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, like Ouroboros and the Ouroboros virus can help him survive being ripped in half or something.
Oh god, yeah, I want to see a reference to one of Homelander's Mortal Kombat fatalities then, where he uses his laser vision like going all crazy and splits the opponent like straight down the middle in half, and like you could see him like struggling like and then Wesker pulls himself back together.
Okay. And then Homelander will be like, "What the hell are you?"
There's the what are you?
Okay, so imagine Wesker ends up in his final boss form. You think he can?
Yeah.
You think any whoever voice actor plays whoever voices Wesker? I hope they have put the same inflection in Homelander's name that he did with Chris.
How did he do? How did he do it?
He really exaggerated the R.
That would be
Chris. Says it like a slur.
Not that one.
Oh.
Which one?
Chris!
Okay, fair enough.
I'm gonna be honest, it sounds like you are saying caress.
Well, I mean, he kind of exaggerates the R.
You know what? I got a fun stunt cast for this. Because of his performance as Xehanort in the DBX, I kind of want to hear Billy's take on Wesker.
Ooh.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, that would.
And
be
I definitely think they would get.
I actually didn't realize that Billy played Xehanort.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and Liam was Palpatine.
Yeah, Liam. I didn't know Liam was Palps. I didn't know that.
I would be very surprised if they did that death battle and didn't just have the two of them reprise their roles, because they sounded pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, new Spyro game.
Oh yeah. We're gonna immediately date this, but I might as well say it now. While we were talking about a Persona matchup earlier, Persona 4 remake got revealed.
And a new Persona 6.
Not only that,
we known about this for a while. It's just now we have the release date. So.
And we know the color of this Persona is going to be green.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Persona 6.
Flip turns into M. Bison. Yes!
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 This
it
is
seems
delicious!
like this is going to be the horror Persona.
Can't wait till we eventually get the Persona 10 and that one ends up being black.
Yeah, just pure black and white. It's a neo-noir.
Yeah.
But yeah, I also think they would be able to.
Oh yeah. No. I won't make.
Yeah. So back to Homelander versus Wesker. Yang would be the obvious choice to bring back. For
I
Homelander.
would think they would get him back.
He's got that role on lock, I think.
And I think what excites me about this one is that it's not nearly as much of a wash as the Omni-Man matchup. There is a bit more you can do with the dynamic before having Homelander break down into hysterics and just wildly swing, because this would be their chance to explore how capable he would be towards someone a bit more on his level, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
I do agree that Wesker probably still does win, but it's a lot more quote unquote.
I feel like it
debatable.
is a lot closer.
Yeah, even Death Battle themselves said that this is a close matchup.
So because of that, we got to see how Omni-Man fares against someone more on his level, and so because of that, I think Homelander deserves the same courtessy. And, and I say that as a character, not as a person.
Yeah.
It was on Death Battle. Admittedly, I think Ben was kind of. I think out of all the people on the cast, Ben was kind of a little bit unsold about how close it is, because he just thinks Wesker just blitzing and the Ouroboros virus just means that he should just win.
Yeah, because it's very easy to say that Homelander is a jobber to a bunch of matchups, and
Devil Artemis made that very clear.
So I think it's it would be good to kind of go against the grain a little bit with a matchup more close like this.
You know what? I think this would be a Tyrion.
Torian.
Yeah,
that would be really cool. Because Wesker.
That'd be good for he's the king of hand to hands.
Yeah, seeing Wesker's hand to hand brought to life by Torian would be insane. And but what gets
didn't he do the Batman Wesker? Didn't he animate that DBX?
Did he?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Yeah, you do that.
Sounds like something he'd do.
Here's where the cool that comes is he could do motion capture for the awesome hand to hand, but he could also bring Homelander's mannerisms to life really well, because a big thing about Homelander is his character acting and the way his face moves, getting motion capture.
Yeah,
for
the subtle facial twitches.
Yes, that would be amazing to see them adapt into a 3D fight. And I think 3D is safe to say. You want to differentiate it from the hand-drawn style from last time. I like when they bring back returners and show them in a different medium.
And also, my bad. It was a 1 minute melee, not a DBS.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Okay,
that makes more sense. That makes more sense.
You think they'd make a joke on how they you think they'd make a joke on if Wesker's sunglasses gets broken, Homelander would comment on, "Hey, you kind of look like me."
They do have very similar haircuts.
God.
No.
Oh
yeah. Those were $500 sunglasses, asshole.
Very funnily enough, there's a very popular fan cast for Anthony Starr to play Wesker in a live action movie. Resident Evil.
That would be pretty sick.
He's really interested to do it.
The only reason it's kind of in a plausible is because Anthony Starr himself, I'm pretty sure, has gone on record to say he's too old to play Wesker. I think.
Isn't Wesker kind of an older character though?
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I think he's got one of those whole slow aging things.
He's very old.
I still think Anthony Starr would be great as Reverse Flash, though.
Oh yeah.
I wish that was what we got in the Flash movie. Instead, we get Dark Flash, whatever the hell that is.
Wesker is 38.
Okay. Yeah, and then how old is Anthony Starr?
You get more.
I mean, I am sure, like, give him a bit of makeup, he could play a 38-year-old.
He was 38 in Resident Evil 1. He was 38 in Resident Evil 1. In Resident Evil 5, he was in his 40s.
Yeah, Anthony Starr.
Totally.
Anthony Starr is 50 years old.
Gotcha. Okay.
I mean, I think
really
with Wesker's age, you could be pretty loosey-goosey with it.
Yeah, I still think it would be a very cool role.
It would be a very cool cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
All right, one final note I want to go off of for the next one. I want to imagine how the death would go. Basically, Homelander's trying to laser out Wesker to death, and then he ends up infecting Homelander with the Ouroboros virus. It's like, what did you do to me? He was like, I tested you, and you're not fit for the next life of humanity.
Yeah, you're not worthy.
I'm pretty sure the whatever bot did would basically not fit well with Ouroboros.
Yeah, there would definitely be. They would have to dedicate a section to that, the survivability panel. Probably it's like here's the question: does Ouroboros affect Homelander? The answer might surprise you. I could totally see them discussing that at length.
Like Ouroboros versus V1.
Would Wesker
Homelander's pity category?
Do you think Wesker would coldly walk off as Homelander is dying, or do you think he would do or do you think he would do like an epic finishing move against him?
I could see him doing the slow. No. Let him do the slow head stomp Homelander did to Marty.
Nice.
Actually, wait, yeah.
No. He finished. He kills him the same way he killed what's his face from Umbrella.
Oh, the Viltrumite special, yeah, Oswald.
Jabbing his hand through his chest.
I could see that.
You said the Viltrumite special?
The Viltrumite special. You know, the whole using your hand as a spear to puncture through somebody's abdomen.
Okay, I thought you were saying like there was a Viltrumite in Resident Evil. I was like, what?
No. Hell no. They got enough problems without that.
But that was Wesker's thing for a long time.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I don't ever think I've ever seen anyone do that like Wesker until the Viltrumite.
I'm super sold on this matchup now. At first it was like this is a cool aesthetic one, but I'm thinking a lot more about the possibilities for it. It makes me excited to see them give it a try. So, oh gosh, yeah, Homelander versus Wesker. We got for our next matchup of another alternate.
Ooh, okay.
All right, Hunt. Yeah, tell us about this one, man, because. But we cannot escape Perfect Cell on this show. After we just talked about Devil Artemis Cell, and the Cell versus Metal Sonic being manifested into reality.
Okay, so before I start talking about the matchup, I must weave a tale. So, Metal Sonic versus Cell, we know it, we love it. It's some of us, it's one of our favorite episodes, and we got it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But before Metal Sonic, there was another. My original preferred for Cell. The Order Pokemon from the Kalos region, Zygarde, who is just, I really like Zygarde.
You can't look. It's the my aesthetic Pokemon. That's literally mine. Green, black hexagons. It's mine.
Zygarde versus Cell was my original preferred for Cell. Zygarde is. He's one of the trio, part of the legendary trio of the Kalos region called, I believe it's called the Aura, correct? The Aura trio? Because it's also...
I mean, it's life and death.
And then Order.
Order?
Because...
I'm looking this up. What is the Kalos region trio legendary?
Zygarde... Yeah, it's X and Y.
X and Y.
Zygarde, Yveltal, and...
Zygarde, Yveltal, and Xerneas.
No,
Yes.
it is the aura. It is aura.
Okay.
They're called the Aura Trio?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I did not know that until now.
And which definitely fits Zygarde because the dude has lots of aura to him.
Yeah.
A lot of aura, yeah.
So yeah, that the big thing with him is he, in a kind of a similar situation with Cell, he has multiple forms. Starting off with his 10% form, which I'm just posting all these in the chat. He starts off in his 10% form, which is just like a little dog. You know, it's kind of a little doge. Then he has his 50% form, which is the one I think most people recognize as Zygarde. Just a big giant snake. Yeah, big snake, big worm.
Yeah.
And then he has his 100% form, which is a fucking it's basically a Megazord.
It's very Megazord. Yeah.
Voltron-y.
Megazord or Voltron-esque. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what we had for the longest time. Until Legend ZA, which gave him a fucking mega form. And I want you guys to guess, what does this mega form look like?
You don't want me to guess because I'll guess correct.
Yeah, exactly.
Some sort of emperor.
I'm here to tell you now, all your guesses are wrong. Because he gained a giant fucking piss off cannon.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He
just gets a giant.
That's his
nuke.
giant. Yeah, that's his mega form.
No, that is the most Power Rangers thing I've seen.
Yeah, and when he's in his mega form,
Blushing at this shit.
yeah, and when he's in his mega form, he has a signature move called Core Enforcer. I'm pretty sure is what it's called.
Yeah. Well, yes, Core Enforcer.
Yeah, and usually it fires a giant Z, and a giant beam in the form of a Z. But in mega form, he gets a move called Annihilate, which if you don't know what that is, Karen, please show them the meme.
Annihilate.
What is this?
King of Megazord shows Flaccid Ghost type Pokemon a real cannon.
Yo, somebody get the door! No!
Oh my god.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, you should have seen it during like the final boss fight.
Yeah, it's so fucking cool during the final blast, dude. It's so good.
Yeah.
I just really, as my original preferred for Cell, this was super cool because originally I had it as the 4x Dragon Pulse versus the Solar Kamehameha, but now it's just the Annihilate versus Solar Kamehameha, and you can just have it be pretty much the recreation of Cell Metal with Cell getting fucking eviscerated by it.
I am not just the greatest warrior in the universe. I am all of them.
Nuke.
Zygarde.
What? I know your name is Zygarde.
Stop saying that.
Oh boy.
But that's also just a quick thing I should say. He does actually also speak. He has telepathy.
Oh yeah, he was in the anime.
Most legendary Pokemon have the means to actually communicate with humans.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, like Mewtwo and stuff.
We don't need another Goro versus Machamp situation.
Forgive me if I'm wrong, but like this feels like a good versus evil matchup. If I'm seeing this,
it is. Yeah,
it is.
Okay,
it's very much that kind of situation.
It's kind of weird because I don't know, because Zygarde, he's meant to be like he's ordered. He's supposed to be
he's a balance between the life Pokemon Xerneas and the death Pokemon Yveltal.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know if I consider him like good per se, but like
he's a force in nature.
Yeah, he's a force in nature.
Well, I'll tell you this: he's more pure than Cell.
Definitely. Well, I agree with you.
Yeah, I like that he's like.
Well, that's not a high bar to clear.
But it's like he's there to bring order, but just like look at how freaking intimidating he is.
Yeah.
You will.
He has.
You will like it.
Yeah.
Follow the law, or I disintegrate your jaw.
Yeah. Just also for comparison, complete form Zygarde, or 100% form Zygarde, stands at 14 feet 9 inches. Mega Zygarde stands at 25 feet.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Oh
He is a big boy.
Oh my god.
It sounds like
So you can ride him into battle, unlike Charizard.
Yes.
I would like it if Cell was like, this is ridiculous. You can't just grow your size and make people think that you're intimidating. Imagine if I did that. That would be stupid.
I'm drunk. Look at me, Dad.
See, everyone can do it.
That's a terrible impression, but not
But
inaccurate.
not inaccurate.
Why are you still here?
So, okay, yeah. I do like the idea of Pokemon versus Dragon Ball as a concept.
Yeah.
I don't know like how many of those matchups exist.
Mewtwo, Frieza.
That are like on the plate.
That are
I
good.
guess. Yeah.
Yeah, that are good.
Yeah.
And that
Tough to say.
I do think it's safe to say that also this really is just this is so flip aesthetic that you even use the fucking hexagons in the background.
That was like I was so hyped when I saw the ZA trailer. I was like, okay, no Gen 5, but we get the me aesthetic character getting his own game. I'm like, yes.
Right.
Day one cop.
And like even the hexagons are being used in the background.
Yes, yes.
That's a good attention to detail, Hunt.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I had made this like 2 years ago.
I will say I do have a different Zygarde matchup planned, but I'm not gonna talk about that here. But
Fair enough.
It will appear at a later date.
Cool. So with gosh, like is this another one that does Cell like stand a chance with this one, or is it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I would not be surprised. I think it's definitely
it could go
closer
either way.
matchup.
It seems. I would say it's probably closer because like legendary
Yeah.
Pokemon scaling, like it kind
Yeah.
of depends, like that that scaling chain more or less.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I just realized something. Is this the first returner we've had on Trash Picks Talk?
It is.
I
That is
think
the
so, yeah,
entire this is our first returner character.
Of course it's Cell. Why wouldn't it be Cell?
You can never escape him.
Nope. You can never escape perfection.
I mean, he was basically on the ground floor of Trash Picks Talk, so I feel like it's well deserved.
Yeah. First one to become a reality.
So, I would be very cool with them bringing Devil back once again to voice him.
Why do you keep dragging me back here?
I can never escape this damn show.
He gets the Deadpool reputation, but he does not want to be there.
Yeah, exactly. Just leave me alone. I'm reformed, damn it. I spent several years in Hiffle, and I'm so much more chill now. Just let me be. I just want to play volleyball with my friends.
What friends?
His roommate Raditz.
Yeah. Oh gosh. But yeah. So I like the idea of the size difference playing into it as well. I like it with Cell like kind of like systematically trying to take Zygarde down. And
there's also the thing that Zygarde can technically split up. Because he's got 100 cells, he can divide them however which way he pleases. He can make like 10 of the 10% forms. He can make 2 of the 50%.
So like a counter to the Cell Juniors.
Yeah, or the multiform technique.
Yeah, exactly.
And for the kill, you can just send all those cells into Cell and then blow them up.
I don't think he can do that. Unfortunately.
Yeah, he can't. I don't think he can do that.
Oh man,
Zygarde.
I need the Ant-Man kill on Cell.
Is it a similar thing though with Zygarde, where when he splits himself up, he also splits the power amongst his clones?
I think so. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, that keeps it even. That would be.
I'm just picturing Perfect Cell getting mauled by dogs. Just he gets the Resident Evil treatment. Just like
Just like I just think of Dio
catch
versus
up dog, bro.
I just think of Dio getting mauled by Alucard.
The Hellhounds, yeah.
Yeah, the Hellhound.
That's some great stuff. Yeah. So, do you think it would be? Do you think it would be another Beam Clash ending? Or
it would be cool to have a Beam Clash ending. I think that's probably the only real way it could end.
Yeah, because I do wonder if if there's a possibility for a different way to go about like a Cell climax. It would be tough to come up with one though, because the final Kamehameha Beam Clash is just so intrinsic to his story.
Textbook Dragon Ball.
Yeah. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe Pokemon has something out there that might give us a little bit more of an esoteric one. That would be cool to see.
Yeah.
All right. And any other thoughts on this one?
One final thing. This also kind of has a special place for me because it is the first matchup that I made a thumbnail for.
Oh shit!
It's the matchup I made my first thumbnail for.
Nice.
I can see why you would do that for these two.
Oh, okay.
It was definitely one of my favorite.
We got much higher definition Zygarde picks since then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, this was good for, yeah, for historical accuracy. It was nice to see it coming back in this form.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very.
But yeah, that's it. I liked this matchup, but then Cell Metal happened, and then
I'll say this.
I still really like this matchup.
I'll say this, as a massive fan of Cell Metal Sonic, I will be very happy if they bring Cell back to fight Zygarde, because I will say I'm just already imagining the dynamic with this, and I'd love it.
Yeah,
that would be pretty great.
That'd be pretty cool. I really enjoy this one. I know a few friends of mine really like it. I wish I could say more about it, but I'm not that big of a Pokemon guy. I need to get
I get it.
Franchise more.
Yeah, fair.
No worries. All right. Well, this next one is one that I've been sort of hyping up for a little while.
We're finally getting to this.
I'm a little nervous about the reaction, because it is an alt to a very popular matchup that's been talked about on here before.
Okay.
So bear with me on this one. I only watch like 5 anime, so
This is
it's another
hey.
for the show, because we've done.
We got 2 returners back.
Oh, it's this one.
Yeah.
My boy Stark and Fern.
I beat him to the punch, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, congratulations, Hunt. So yeah, Hunt, I kind of recently fell in love with this idea. We've talked about Cloak and Dagger fighting Momo and Okarun before, and that's still a really cool one. But I was thinking to myself, if they would prefer to do something a bit more, shonen centric, with how much they've been focused on anime episodes lately, and if they wanted to do one where the combatants are like a little bit closer to being peers with each other, this would be really, because I see this as like the ultimate power couple battle of like the 2020s, like for anime.
Oh yeah.
And they have like a surprising amount of similarities too. And when it comes to the connections, I need to give a shout out to a DeviantArt user named the Derpy Tomato. I thought of this matchup myself, and I was like, oh, I wonder if anybody else has thought of this. And they made a thumbnail for this on their page, and also a long list of connections. I'm gonna paraphrase. I'm not gonna say all of them, but this helped a lot with me coming up with like why this one clicks in my head, because it makes a lot of sense. So yeah, it's like 2 power couples. You got the female part of the duo with Momo and Fern. They're a bit more prideful, and they have like the magical. They bring out the magical side of the dynamic, with Momo having spirit powers and Fern using straight up magic. And they both were raised. They were both practically raised by grandmas. With Free Ren and Seiko, or Seiko. Is it Seiko or Psycho? Seiko. With Seiko raising Momo, and Haiter raising Fern at first, but then moving on to Free Ren when he passed on. And they're very compassionate people, but they also have very ice and fire personality clash when it comes to the way they act around everyone. Like they're both like very, very kind-hearted, but also like Fern can like come off as like kind of cold and emotionless at times with the way she presents herself. Meanwhile, Momo is like one of like the most outward A-type personalities you will ever meet in your life, and I think that leads to a lot of great interactions. And then you've also got Okrun and Stark, who bring sort of the physicality to the table with and also both like are generally seen as kind of wimpy and pathetic by the other characters at first, but then like they train them when they train themselves up and lock in, like that's when they like bring out like the insane moves. In Okarun's case, it's because he got the Turbo Granny curse, and like he like trained himself to like learn to fight with it, and like that's how he's like so powerful. Meanwhile, on Stark's side, he's just literally built different. Like they even have a gag about that in when they're fighting off like a whole nest of dragons that were keeping people from crossing a bridge, and like Stark is like fighting them all at once, and like Fern even points out like, hey Stark, how are you not dead? Like I literally saw one of them like chomping down on your head, and like you had no reaction to it. Like how is like? He's like, I don't know. He's like, it's just because he was just like he was trained so much by oh gosh, what's Aizen, yeah. Like, oh my god, Aizen, what did you do to this boy?
He gave him that scar on his head. That's what he did.
And you just described the plot of Bleach.
Yeah. Aizen gave him that scar on his head.
Because
Are we talking
Aizen
about
legitimately was just, oh shit, it just hit him. Because Aizen was terrified of Stark.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wait, we're talking about Sosuke Aizen?
No. Aizen as in like the teacher of Stark in a free run.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah,
he's this little dwarf guy who accompanied Freeren on her journey to defeat the Demon King. Yeah, that guy. That's Steve posted in chat.
That's right.
Oh, magnificent beard.
Yeah, very cool.
Oh yeah.
Also,
this matchup's so...
Yeah, one little fun Easter egg that they also share in common is the fact that Okarun always calls Momo Mrs. Ayase, and Fern always says Mr. Stark.
Yeah, unless Okarun is in his Turbo Granny form, in which he calls her babe.
Yeah.
Bad news, babe.
So yeah, I think that they're I was also a little bit inspired by the last Nebula Theater that came out with
oh yeah do talk about that. Do talk.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Essentially Konosuba versus ReZero, and they pulled off the 2v2 dynamic so well there, and it got me thinking, we really do need to bring 2v2 back to the show. I know it can be complicated but like when it works, it is so damn memorable. And like the last legitimate 2v2 we had on this show, like, was there anything other than Ratchet and Clank versus Jack and Daxter?
I mean, what do you mean? There was Batman Beyond versus Spider-Man 2099.
That does not count.
Yeah, what about
that does not count.
Would Master Chief Doomslayer count?
I wouldn't count that either.
For the same fucking reason.
Yeah.
Kind of a similar reason.
Because like I wouldn't, because like, you know, it's the same reason with like Groove versus Megamind. I wouldn't count, because, you know, Minion is just there to be the guy.
I mean, Red versus Blue is like a 5v5 or 6v6.
Yeah, but specifically a 2v2. And all the characters are on the battlefield and like either there to assist each other or like tag each other out. And even with something like Ruby versus Maka, like even if you count Soul as part of it, it's still just a 2v1.
That's a 2v1.
Yeah, 2v1. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Unless
so
you count,
I think Ratchet Jax is the last 2v2.
Wait, no! You guys forgot Gogeta versus Vegeta.
No!
Yeah.
That doesn't count. Stop it with your technicality.
Everyone's favorite.
No, I refuse to count that one. That sucks.
It is technically a 2v2. The two people just fuse.
I hate that.
So it doesn't count.
I hate that you're right, but I don't want to count it.
It is a matchup.
That's fair.
So yeah, Steve, I want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, this matchup's hilarious. Of course. As someone who's caught up with both, I'm caught up with Freerun and I'm caught up with Dandadan. I'm just imagining Momo and Okarun just being terrified because they're trying to just put Stark down and he just keeps coming back up.
Yeah, like Stark.
Legitimately, like in the manga, they constantly, repeatedly go to Stark. Even in the current arc, just like, yeah, we gotta get rid of that warrior. He's like the biggest menace. And I can't blame them. He gets poisoned at one point, paralyzed. Then someone tries to attack Firm. He just fucking wakes up and blocks the attack and continues fighting.
I love it.
Stark is a fucking menace to society, and so is Fern.
Well, I was just about to mention, I think Fern would also be just as equally terrifying because, like, her main deal in the series is that Friedrich taught Fern to just basically just only rely on like simple offensive magic because Fern, I think it's like Fern has such precise control of her mana that like it makes her just typical offensive spells super deadly, and like she'll just like cast them like one by one, and she'll just have like a completely deadpan face. Like she's fucking like fought off demons with this shit. She's terrifying. Fern is absolutely.
I once saw someone call Fern King Von with a stick because of how effective she is at just killing people.
Yeah, oh my god, Fern is terrifying.
It is so.
Stark, enemies in that direction. Affirmative, eliminating that direction.
So to make it clear, I think the best way to say their dynamic is that Shark may be the bottom of the relationship, but he is a power bottom, so he's got that going for him.
Jesus Christ.
Diabolical.
Video.
What?
And I can't disagree. That's the problem. It's just Fern. Like, the whole thing about Frieren when it comes to Fern and Stark, something that's kind of a bit underselling when it comes to the story, is it's very much a passing of the torch. As Frieren openly admits that Fern is going to, like, bring in an age of humanity being potentially the strongest mage. She's already comparable to Frieren. And Stark is probably just as strong of a warrior, if not stronger than Himmel. So they're supposed to be like these new wave of heroes. And that would be so fucking interesting to see explored in an analysis of just how they're supposed to like overtake the people they look up to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, there's this whole thing because Himmel left the sword in the stone because he wasn't the right hero, and everyone's like, yo, Stark could have totally pulled the sword out. Everyone in the fandom agrees that Stark was worthy enough to pull out that sword.
Yeah.
Or alternatively, he could do the Jack Horner approach. I wasn't able to get it out this time, but it's still pretty cool, right?
that I love that visual gag.
What happens when the rock breaks? Will he just not be able to hold the sword?
Oh no, the sword will be fine. He's strong enough to break the rock.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm just imagining like Okarun being used to like outspeeding opponents and Stark's able to keep up with him while Fern is at a distance just sniping and Momo's just freaking the fuck out. It's like, how the fuck do we get to her? He keeps intercepting us.
Or I was actually thinking the opposite. It's like Momo is trying to like restrain Stark with like her psychic hands, and he just keeps just like busting out, and then Fern is just like rapidly shooting magic, like offensive magic, while Okarun is just like blitzing around everywhere. Oh, that'd be so cool.
Yeah, I like the fight dynamic potential a lot, and I had a bit of an idea of how the premise would go, because obviously these two come from different time periods. So I think a funny skit to start out with would be Fern and Stark wandering through like the fields on that classic dirt road we all know from Dawn to Dawn, and then talking about like I knew Mistress Freeren shouldn't have tested out that new time traveling like book that she got, and like she needs to be more careful about when she's casting those things. Like, and then Stark's like, I'm sure she'll find us eventually. Hopefully we don't run into anything crazy while we're out here. And then like maybe they see Momo and Okarun fighting a ghost or spirit. What's the best way to say it?
Yokai.
They're fighting a yokai, and they see Okarun transforming from his Turbo-Grain form back into a human form, and I think maybe they mistake him for a demon, and then that's what causes them to go to town, because they've been taught to just like, if they see anything, never ever trust a demon. So I don't see them like even wanting to negotiate for a second if they think that that's a possibility. So that's kind of how I see it going. And
there's also a non-0% chance Momo's gonna call Furnish Stank.
Yeah, maybe.
I can see that. Yeah.
and then she just gives that classic like straight line with the cheeks like closing in like reaction.
She starts pouting.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh no, not again.
Oh, you shouldn't have done that. And then she fires off like a crazy laser or something. Yeah, no, I think I also like how different their dynamics are, because like, yes, like these duos are like have so much chemistry with each other. When Momo and Okarun fight, they almost fight like siblings, like kind of tackling each other, like putting each other into headlocks. It's very funny how animated it is. But meanwhile, when Fern and Stark are in fights, it's a lot more silent. Like at most, Fern might like very lightly like pound on Stark with like her tiny fist as if like a cat like having a tantrum. It's so adorable the way they fight.
They really are adorable, these two.
Yeah, and Stark it just like has like such a like look of disappointment, like taking it the whole time. It's like, please don't be mean to me.
as a sign himself says, these two should just date already.
They have danced twice in this manga, so
they have been on a date in season 2, technically.
Yeah, technically.
For always first date is always the toughest one, but that's why we love it. And I like the idea too of this having a very beautiful looking Ruby versus Maka aesthetic as well. I'd love to see the Turbo Granny form animated in that style. I'd love to see Momo's abilities animated in that style, especially like anything to do with like the crazy elastic hands. Cause like that, or like that and Moro. I think Moro would also be a good pick for something like this too. And the wild powers going on display, and meanwhile you just got Stark like constantly like barreling through all of it, and I would love to see like his axe clashing with like maybe Turbo Granny, one of Turbo Granny's kicks, and the crazy shockwave that causes. And so
I'm just imagining this moment, because I can totally see it, because Don loves to do that thing with colors where it's like Fern shooting off all these spells, and then it slows down, the colors change as Okarun is just like twisting and dodging through all of them.
Gosh, yeah. So even if this isn't like some people's preferred matchup, like I think Death Battle would kill this one if
this sounds like a really fun idea.
Because I don't think it's time to use Free Ren yet. Like that feels like something to do a little bit later.
Yeah.
But a lot of people agree that Don is at a good point in the story where you could like go ahead and put them on the show, and Free Ren and Shark, just like I love the like not only the personality clash but also the vibe and like timeline clash that these two bring. An anime set in modern times versus one that's more medieval, like that's such a cool idea to me.
Yeah,
definitely. It's one of those things where like it also probably is. It's kind of like a Yuji versus Denji thing that they have with go with Momo and Okarun, because even though the Dandadan manga isn't finished yet, at a certain point in Dandadan, Okarun and Turbo Granny they do split up. And I think one of the upcoming seasons of the anime, I think the upcoming one, season 3, might finally have them like become separate. So it would make
for a while.
Oh, it won't be for a while.
Because all right, so the next arc that's coming up is Space Globalists, and then there is one more big arc after that, and after that arc is when Okarun and Turbo Granny get separated.
Okay.
Okay.
But the manga doesn't seem close to finishing, because there's still a lot that needs to be done.
The point that I'm trying to get at though is that like Okarun's like main way of fighting, it's not like something that lasts throughout the entire manga, so it'd be fine to do Okarun kind of whenever, honestly.
Yeah. And yeah, just because like especially with like their new seasons are coming out like the same general window as each other. Next year, sort of winter time. So I think this would be a great like sort of holdover for both fandoms as well, as like while we're waiting for the new animated stuff to come out. And
literally both their best arcs are getting animated at the same time. This shit's crazy.
So I'd very much love to see the manga panels get not only the DJMX style. I can now officially say the Jobber style after Yuji versus Genji.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Get Jobber on this show, and then you'll just talk about Rohan versus Rod Sterling.
Or a CP096 versus Wonder of You.
Oh,
that would be sick.
After the recording, I'll tell you what matchup he really loves.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh. Fair enough.
Okay.
So, when it comes also with the voice actors, I feel like you could get literally anybody to play them. Like these are very fun characters that a lot of people would chomp at the bit to get a chance at, especially especially Okarun, because you get to play two characters in one with that.
Oh, I'd be one of them, man.
It's like this is so boring. And
drag.
Yeah. I have no idea who wins. I have not looked into the research at all.
If I had to hazard a guess, my gut's telling me. Actually, it may be closer than. It's closer than I think, probably, because while we don't know the true high ends of Freerun, it's very safe to assume that Stark and Fern should scale to any fucking crazy shit that happened in that initial quest.
Oh yeah,
because they should be just as strong, if not stronger. And these two already pull off insane shit. So I wouldn't be surprised if like they get potential city. I don't know. And Momo Okarun, I can see. My gut's telling me Momo Okarun, but it's probably closer than
I forget where Dandadan currently sits in terms of stats. It's definitely in relation to like Dandadan's stats are being held up by Gigi and his demon that he's bonded with. Yeah, Evil Eye.
I don't know if they should scale. I don't know if they're on the same level as Evil Eye though. That's the thing.
Okay.
Because it's like very much Evil Eye is treated as just like so much fucking stronger than both Okarun and Momo. To the point where Okarun basically had to rage bait Evil Eye to not get him to kill everybody.
Right.
I remember that. That was comedy gold.
I like that scene a lot.
It's so funny.
One thought I had is that like a potential factor could be we talked about how like with Stark his physicality like is just who he is, like, so maybe they could have like an endurance feat be in there that like sure when Okarun is powerful, but like eventually like his form might like run out, and but like when it comes to Stark, he's like survived being like literally impaled by a sword like through the chest and like insane amount of blood loss and still kept on trucking. So that could be like one of the major deciders of who wins ultimately.
I think the poison feat's going to be his biggest accomplishment of endurance, because it's literally like he gets poisoned, healed up a little bit, and then continues fighting.
That is pretty effective, yeah, I must say. And also when it comes to like the experience side of things, like Fern, like when it comes to like the magic, I think it's safe to say that Fern has been studying like magic and spellcasting for way longer than Momo has had her powers like unlocked.
She's been practicing magic since she was like a kid.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think even Freerun emits in like the most recent arc, only one, like Fern had to make like an insane shot, and Freerun only emits. Fern's like one of the only mages that could have made that shot.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So I like the idea of raw skill versus fuck it we ball energy with Momo and Okarun of just like on the fly strategies.
Yes.
Yep. Again, Momo would be saying the most insane shit to Stark.
Yeah, I love the idea of like how much they fail upward during their fights. they're really good at just like making the best out of like insanely messed up situations. And yeah, so that I think that's pretty much everything I have to say on this one. I think this is a really cool this is a very cool battle to represent modern anime, and also just more fuel for the shipping wars. I think that's a lot more what we need on this show.
Yes, I love it.
That's
I
what we
love it.
fucking need right now. More shipping wars of where we're at in Don to Don.
Because I think these are two of the most popular ships like going on right now in these sort of genres. And
these two are very popular. Everyone loves Stark and Fern.
Yeah. So I would be very curious to see the general public reaction to this. But I mean, hey, if they do Cloak and Dagger instead, that would also be equally cool. I was happy to provide a different sauce to the table for choosing.
That you did.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the sauce.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, this is an interesting sauce.
Thank y'all very much. Now then, any closing thoughts before we move on to our members matchup?
None from me. I think we covered pretty much everything.
I did some more research. If we're not counting Gogeta versus Vegeta, the last 2v2 matchup was Venom versus Krona.
Oh my god.
Rage successful.
God.
This is what we did to Yosh during his pitch for the fighting game.
God, if only Yosh was here, he would have had the most insane crash out.
Oh, good God.
Okay, so I think on that note, it is time to move on to the members matchup. It is Natsu from Fairy Tail versus Asta from Black Clover. This was requested to us by the Slashin' Gamer. And
the hacks.
Slashin' Gamer, I don't know.
The hash swinging slasher.
The hash bringing the crash singing. Tinging.
We'll get there eventually.
Yes, the hash slinging slasher.
The /in gamer. That's spelled /N gamer.
Okay.
No, actually no. N then gamer. So there you go. Alrighty.
Okay.
We have
versus Asta.
Yeah, we have two experts here to help us out. Steve on the Fairy Tail side and Clouded Artist on the Black Clover side.
Yes.
So who would?
I'll get Natsu quickly out of the way. So Natsu Dragneel. He is a member of the Fairy Tail Guild and its resident Dragon Slayer. Until they got a couple more Dragon Slayers. He is a practicer of fire dragon slaying magic, meaning, and the only way to get that initially was to be trained by an actual fucking dragon, his father figure, Igneel. However, it's eventually revealed to us and spoiled directly outright in his original analysis, which is trash, by the way. I rewatched it. That he's actually from the past and is technically a homunculus created by his brother Zeref, who is
what?
All right. Let me reset everything. I kind of went crazy. Natsu originally.
You're dropping homunculi on me now.
Yes. So Natsu was originally just a little kid chilling with his brother Zeref and their parents until the dragon Acnologia killed everyone, leaving Zeref alive. Zeref, distraught, wanted to remake his brother, so he created END, Eternal Natsu Dragneel. Basically making Natsu a demon, part demon, I should say. He then got trained by Igneel, making Natsu part dragon, because the way dragon slaying magic works is once you're trained in magic, a dragon seed is placed in your body that will slowly corrupt you over time. So they had to come up with a bunch of I'm dropping a lot of lore. My apologies, but they came with.
Oh, it's all good. This is good to know.
To counter that, but since he's also technically a demon because he was created by Zeref, he has a demon seed. inside of him. Literally, all of this shit got revealed in the anime right after the episode came out. So,
oh god.
Wow.
So this leads to a very big moment. I am skipping a lot, but bear with me. There's quite a bit to cover. This leads to a very big moment where after Natsu essentially crashes out and fully turns into his demon self, he's entered a comatose state where he's then asked by the spirit of Igni reside in his body, who are you, demon or dragon? And Natsu's response is, I am human. Fully getting rid of those seeds and leading him to eventually defeat his brother Zeref after he learned he was his brother. Natsu is well known for fighting for his friends, his weird situationship with Lucy, his not a pet, Happy, his rivalry with Gray, his admiration for Urza, and his brotherly bond with Wendy, who is the best character. And now, thanks to 100-Year Quest, shit's getting more wild, because now he's fighting Igniel's actual fucking son, Ignia.
Oh god.
Whoa. Yes. So it turns out there are more powerful dragons alive in fucking another continent, and they're all called god dragons. And the strongest one is Ignia. So right now, currently in the manga, Natsu is preparing to fight him. I would fucking love Natsu to come back onto the show. One, for an actual proper analysis that didn't just spoil everything outright in like the first minute. Two, actually properly cover him as a character and go through his struggles. Because, well, we associate him as the brain dead power of friendship bullshit that a lot of people like to label Fairy Tail as, despite the fact that it is a good show. There's a lot that goes on in Natsu. It's not just fighting for your friends. As I mentioned before, he's constantly dealing with kind of who he is. He's very confident in who he is. It's just that a lot of motherfuckers want him to be something else when he is simply just Natsu.
I like the way you mentioned that. Yeah. Also,
it's like Zeref really wanted him to like be the one, and part of the reason Zeref made Natsu was because he wants Natsu to kill him. Because Zeref has an immortality thing. That's a completely different thing I'm not going to talk about. But Natsu desperately needs a run back, in my opinion, because one, a lot more shit was added in 100-Year Quest and a lot more good characterization, in my opinion, especially after one of the more recent chapters. But two, I just want a better analysis for my boy.
What?
Yeah, Fairy Tail hasn't had like the best rep on the show, because like Zora vs. Urza I think was decent for the time. Then we had Natsu vs. Ace, which you pretty much described it all, and then Gray vs. Ezeth, which that's rough.
Like I would love
exists.
Fairy Tail to come back, whether it be an Urza getting a run back, maybe even against Zoro, them doing Gaji with Kevin, or them just bringing back Natsu. I know unironically, I'm not going to talk about our Natsu matchups. We got to talk about Asta.
Yeah, I do. I find it so bold of them that they had an entire bit in Ace's segment where they're like, super spoiler alert right now. He's dead, by the way. Isn't that crazy? Aren't you glad that we did a spoiler alert for you guys? And at the beginning of that.
The last
yeah, exactly. It's so
literally all of the shit that they spoiled immediately just had been revealed in the anime.
It's so
it's crazy. Wow. I'm like rewatching it because I knew we were talking about this. And I was like, they really just fucking spoiled that shit right away.
Like, what an insane amount of like picking and choosing there. Like,
it feels so freaking weird realizing how much they spoiled in like analyses like Natsu's.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it might be marginally a little bit better than Asta's analysis, but I haven't got to Asta's analysis.
Desperately need a run back. Clouds, the floor is yours.
I do want to have a quick teaser though for my season 7 ranking. Steve and I have a great bit planned of talking about Gray's analysis.
Indeed, you do.
I'm so proud of that bit. It's such a good one.
Yeah, Flip is gonna be editing that segment. I'm so excited.
Okay.
All right, Clouded, the floor is yours.
All right, Asta, where do I begin with my boy? Okay, so it's gonna be hard for me to cover like all of Black Clover's story because my memory's not like exactly the greatest, but I can recap some pretty good amount of stuff about Asta as a character and just Asta in general with the connections he has with people. But Asta was not really the most special type of person in the beginning. Not to say that he didn't have any ambitions. He wanted to become the Wizard King, but he couldn't become the Wizard King because he had no potential of getting a grimoire, which is basically the power system of Black Clover. Well, part of the power system, because there's a whole lot of shit connecting towards like grimoire, just obviously just like magic. I think they call it mana. I think they call it that. But
yeah, it's mana, I think.
Yeah. But with Asta, he tries to become the Wizard King, and he doesn't give up because, one, he's in a friendly rivalry with his brother, or at least like who he considers a brother to him, and for two, it's just been his childhood dream, and even without the use of magic, he tries to reach to the top, but then when trying to reach the top, he ends up gaining a anti-magic grimoire, which allows him to use an ability that no other people can use, which is anti-magic. And this anti-magic grimoire not only allows him to finally become like a part of a team known as the Black Bulls to try and become a candidate for to become the Wizard King, but also allows him to make connections with people who also are learning to better themselves in terms of strength and just overall as people. And although the Black Bulls are they're kind of like the lowest of the low, not in terms of like, kind of, yeah, as people, but even if they are the lowest of the low, Asta manages to find like a sort of kinship, like a connection with all of them, especially his mentor Jami and other characters like Noelle and Luck and a bunch of other characters. But to get more into Asta learns to become stronger and stronger, but it's not just his anti-magic that's really the strength of Asta. It's his overall determination and just how much of a big heart he has. He is a fighter for what he believes is right, and Asta, he can be pretty, let's be honest, he's a bit of a fucking meathead, but he's a meathead, but he's a good guy at the end of the day. And it's not just the anti-magic that makes Asta who he is, it's Asta's strength, both physical and mental. Asta's heart is what essentially empowers him, and because of how far he's trying to go for his goal, he wants to try and become someone that he was better as tomorrow, yesterday, especially when he makes a connection with his actual, well, you can call them pretty much brothers. Libe, I think that was how you pronounce it? Libe, I think. Not sure, but
that sounds right.
Yeah, Libe, and the two of them, Libe started out with not exactly a super strong connection with Asta, but Asta was able to find a good side within Libe, and with Libe, he was able to see that Asta, while they didn't share like their point of views, especially when Libe considered he wanted to kill all the devils, including the King of Devils, who took bit of a I don't want to spoil anything here, but that the King of Devils who was involved in Asta's mother's death, but I'll just keep it like that. But because of their connection, especially with like Asta's mom, they kind of realize that they are basically essentially brothers and they have each other's backs. And I think that's the strongest part about Asta. Like, Asta is like insanely strong in his own verse, yes, but he's strong to be a part of people's lives and make a change. He's not like exactly any other fighter, and in the sense of like he has his own beliefs and he wants to fight for what he thinks is like. He doesn't judge anybody for like who they are. He respects other people in terms of power and in terms of like their skills. And if he thinks that somebody's evil, well, yeah, they're definitely in the wrong. But he doesn't also kill anybody, as far as I know. He doesn't really kill people in the same sense of, oh, you did this, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Interesting.
But yeah.
Or unless he's on death battle.
Yeah. Take that, Detroit.
That was such a simple case of, if you had just kept your fucking mouth shut, it would have been fine. Like, if you just let Deku die from his attack and that was it, then that would have been perfectly acceptable. But then they just had to have Asta stab his corpse for no reason.
3 times as it crashed into the
3 times at once.
Wait, Cloud, you mentioned that Asta normally doesn't kill, right?
Yeah, he only kills when necessary, but that's like a very big necessary. Like very.
I want to mention a very funny moment about Natsu. At one point, he kills like 1,000 people.
Oh, what? What?
What basically the moment? It's just really funny. It's why I like mentioning it. He's trying to fight Zeref. This is like the beginning of the final arc of Alvarez, and he has like a superpower arm that he doesn't get ever again. And he just like kills a good chunk of Zeref's army just in front of him.
Wow.
I do not care how many people I have to kill to get to you, as long as you're one of them.
That's basically what happens. Sorry, I just wanted to say that.
No, you're good. It's really funny to me.
It's just like, it's a joke that we sometimes have in fairy tale communities. Like, Natsu's fully killed people. He just either doesn't register or just doesn't care.
Nah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I read that as like the Kingdom Hearts rule of your protagonist killing people. Just don't mention it. Like, just never bring.
Exactly.
Just like
it's just not mentioned.
Never
bring it up to them.
It's never brought up as like a possible character like struggle he goes through. It's like, no, he just casually kills people, and it's never brought up.
Yeah. They've got that. They do have that kind of role for like Scott Pilgrim and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I think they do respawn in Scott Pilgrim, though.
Yeah, that and they respawn and also. Well, I believe it's also brought up in the original graphic novel too. That they respawn and they sort of like rethink their own morals. Like they're kind of made. It's almost like a change of heart, one might say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and there's also Hi-Fi Rush, where he does just kill people and doesn't mention it.
Yeah, which I think is a fine thing to do when writing something, because not everything needs to be super dramatic about like if I kill a murderer, doesn't the amount of murderers in the world remain the same? It's like no, you just.
That depends on how many murderers you kill.
Yeah.
Exactly. A quick question about. Wait, were you still talking about Asta before I interrupted you?
Not really. Other than the fact that Asta has this need to protect people, even if even his enemies. So yeah, but that's really just what I really like about Asta as a character. But you can ask the question.
Very nice.
The biggest thing about this matchup, because I don't know shit about Black Clover, how exactly does anti-magic work?
So anti-magic is kind of like, it's basically what it says it is. It's like it's basically the ability to nullify magic, and Asta's anti-magic, it's not immediate, because Asta's anti-magic is kind of tied to his strength. His anti-magic has been overpowered by stronger magic before, I believe, and it's not like a case of it's his anti-magic should just immediately nullify it, but no, it's more so, he needs a mixture of his strength and his anti-magic in order for it to work, because Asta's anti-magic is kind of a little bit more complex than it really is. Not really that complex, but just a bit more.
But it's not just it wouldn't be an easy win con against Natsu. He would have to build up to it.
Yeah, I would imagine the anti-magic wouldn't just be like, I use this and your powers are just like gone.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It was mainly that. I was just making sure that like this had a great dynamic because I don't know shit about Black Clover.
Yeah, because I think actually getting to see the anti-magic get used is an important thing to be able to portray visually, and like it's debatable as like whether Deku versus Asta is a good it was like the best matchup for both of them or not. You cannot escape the fact that one of Asta's like core powers was just completely a non-factor there, and so it would be great to bring him back for another one where you can like show that off a bit more visually. And Natsu is a great example of that because it's fire and he uses magic. It doesn't get more blatant than that.
There is potential that Natsu will get. I'll just say this because it's revealed because I have to read that fucking last arc of 100 Year Quest, which, dear God, I can't wait for it to end. Natsu has a potential to unlock a different type of flame, so it could be an entirely different magic source too. So if you get rid of the fire magic, he could just go into his new type of magic. That is
antimatter flame.
Yeah, the flame explicitly, it's a dragon. It's the Fire King dragon slaying magic, which is specifically the magic Ignil used. That's the current theory.
Interesting. It is definitely one of those things where like it's interesting to see like just how this matchup is evolving over time, because currently at the moment I think it's the general consensus that Asta wins, but the thing is though is Black Clover has finished and Fairy Tail is still going. So
yeah, we're getting this arc done, and then I think Mashima's openly admitted that he is going to continue Fairy Tail.
So
holy crap!
Who knows where this matchup will be in like say a year?
They talked about it being 100 years war. It could last 100 years.
100 Years Quest. It's
100 Years Quest. I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah, I can just imagine these two just having like a shouting match. Just mid-fight.
Yeah, because Asta's personality is very bombastic, and not in a rude way, because, like, that's the big problem Deku versus Asta did have. Like, I throw shade to that episode, but Asta's not rude. He's never been rude. He's just loud. Kind in a lot of ways, and if he sees somebody with like an insane power, or at least like some cool magic, he just literally goes, "Yo, that's actually fucking cool as shit. How'd you do that?" Or something like that.
Brother's going to see Fire Lightning Dragon Slayer magic, goes, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah, he's like, "Yo, that's so cool. Like, that's so awesome."
I would love to see that dynamic. I promise this is the last thing I'll say about Deku versus Asta, but I am looking forward to revisiting that one on my review series, because back when it first came out, all of us reviewers basically said the exact same thing of, like, we were too scared to say whether or not Asta was in character, because none of us had actually seen Black Clover, so we didn't want to, like, be the first ones to bite the bullet there, and we just were like, oh, like, there's some debate whether or not he was in character or not, and now that we're looking back on it with, hindsight, we can all very confidently say, yeah, no, that was not Asta, and it's like not even close to what Asta's like.
Yeah.
So
I think ultimately, like even though we are talking about like Natsu versus Asta specifically, it's one of those things where like both characters and both series are like haven't had the best track record on the show, so it'd be nice to bring both back and hopefully do them justice this time.
I always love a redemption arc, but in a case like this, the fact that both of them get it, it reminds me a lot of Bowser versus Eggman in that regard, because Bowser needed a much better episode, and Eggman needed one that focused on him a lot more, where Metal Sonic didn't just steal the spotlight. And we got one of those things, at least.
We got one.
I say that affectionately.
Yeah, I would love to just see like them just cover Natsu, like actually take him kind of seriously, because that's kind of a problem the team has. Like, they still don't really take Fairy Tail that seriously, which is like, there's a lot of cool moments. And while Natsu isn't my favorite character, I'm very open that it's Wendy and Urza. It's like Natsu still has just a lot of cool, funny moments, and he's a certified badass. So I would love to see that accurately portrayed in the show. And
Mm-hmm.
if that's gotta be against Asta, hey, I'm all for it. I'm all for to see two bombastic motherfuckers just go at it.
Yeah, and just like seeing the way that they clash with each other, and just like the banter potential, gives me a lot of hope. And hopefully Howard Wang and Michael Kovac would be available to return as those characters, because I think
just not to mention, if they would be able to come back.
With like they provided like pretty good impressions from what I could tell last time, and it would be cool to see them have a bit more to work with script wise, I suppose. And also let Libe actually talk. It's like
and not have him be there. It's just a simple visual.
It's like a cameo. Like why of all characters Mr. Satan had more screen time than him.
Wow.
Unironically.
Crazy. It's been like the last time Howard was on Death Battle was season 7, Genos War Machine.
At Genos.
Yeah.
Wow. So it'd be nice to see him come back to the show.
For sure. I'd love to see him come back.
It would be also really nice to see them do a lot more with Asta's anti-magic, because anti-magic is kind of not like a one-trick pony. I think it's more than that. It's very explicitly Asta's main power source for like a lot of shit he can do. He can fly, he can shoot projectiles that like they are anti-magic projectiles, but they can also just be like blunt like projectiles.
I'm trying to think. Isn't there another anime character that has kind of like anti whatever power? I think it's from one of the either like certain magical index or railgun or something. That guy.
Yeah, you're talking about Toma.
Yeah, Toma and Asta's powers are kind of like in the same vein, but they're very different. Toma's is a whole like can of worms. I wish I could explain it, but I think
we can focus on this. I didn't mean to add a sidetrack there.
Good. You're totally good.
Yeah.
But Asta's swords have like so many different like varieties to them that I kind of wish they could explore more, because obviously the Demon Slayer sword, it can get bigger, you can fly on it, and it's basically Asta's go-to weapon a little bit, but okay, well, I would say go-to weapon, but he has a lot more. Demon Dweller's sword can absorb magic and release a slash made back with like the same properties. Like say like if he absorbed a water spell, he can send a slash back made out of water. And the Demon Destroyer's sword, it has the ability of Calamity Break, which can remove the effects of curses and magic, and even undoing biological magic. And Demon Slasher Katana is it's the one that cuts. It's the
one that cuts. Got it.
That sounds like
the one that isn't just a blunt weapon.
That sounds like some sort of like Lovecraftian monster that they talk about in books. Like, this is a story about the one that cuts.
Yeah, and Asta has so many spin moves. He has like a lot of like dash moves, like Bolt Thrust, Black Meteorite. He has the Infinite/Equinox. I don't remember exactly what that one essentially is. I'm pretty sure it's just a basically massive like flying slash, and it can travel through.
It's based on oh my god, what's the character's name? Oh my god, I'm blanking on his name. But it's based on
Yami?
like what's his name?
Yami?
Yami, yes, Yami. Yeah, it's based on the technique of like one of his Black Bull's comrade, Yami, which that original technique like cuts space. I don't know if Asta's version has like that same property, but it's it's still cool nonetheless.
Oh yeah, it's like really fucking cool. And of course, there's Asta's different forms, and they are really awesome. He has like a very variety like of forms, but I think his most recent one, admittedly, this is also from my bad memory here, but I think his recent one is Demon in like True Unite. I'm gonna send it in stream room, but this is his most recent one, I'm pretty sure. And it's basically Asta forged a contract with Libe to share their power as equals, and it's honestly it's pretty cool. I really like it, and I wish I could say more about Asta's forms, but I want to try and simplify it as much as I can too. Asta is able to get very, very much more stronger, and he's coating himself in anti-magic essentially. So
yeah, that's my biggest thing with why I want them to do this one. I want to see Asta's moveset shown off to its fullest potential. I want him to have like his big transformation moment where he's like shouting out and he doesn't sound like he's recording into a Pringle can. And I want like that this form like is so it fits perfectly in that one meme template of the guys like trying to be a contrarian where he's like this sucks actually, and he's like saying that to literally the coolest thing ever.
Yeah,
I can just see like Asta's anti-magics working on some of Natsu's attacks, and because he has a lot of different types of attacks that he can use. There's actually something, I was looking it up, I just remembered. At one point, he did lose his Fire Slate magic and just started using the lightning magic that's inside him.
Oh, damn. So his lightning magic, would that be something that Asta could affect, or is it intrinsic to him?
So the way he gained that was he ate another Dragon Slayer's lightning magic. Fucking Loxus's lightning, and now he's able to use... And originally, it was just... lightning fire Dragon Slayer magic, where he just used the lightning as sort of an ant. But I'm trying to remember exactly when this happened because I'm looking this up on the wiki because we were going through abilities.
Right.
At one point, like, he literally just loses his fire. I believe if I remember this correctly, he loses his fire slaying magic and goes, I need to use something. Wait a minute, I still ate Loxus's lightning. It just starts using lightning magic.
Sick.
And there are so many just different abilities, and I saw that too. Behemoth started on.
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt Steve
because you mentioned situationship earlier.
Absolutely. I'm gonna complain. Let me go to the fan real quick. It is straight baiting. That's what it is.
Okay,
straight baiting.
More than just friends. What, like best friends?
No, legitimately. They're fucking. I'm gonna keep it real.
Okay, sure.
There are two different.
It's just you're doing the pro ZD. What they're just saying hi to each other.
One's from the other continent, and both of them are confirmed fucking, and one of them has kids. But yet, main canon, main fairy tale, main like Flora, Natsu Lucy aren't together. What the fuck? And Ashima, this fucking bastard of a man, will post the most suggestive fucking art randomly of Natsu and Lucy basically being together, but won't confirm them in the fucking story.
It's
oh, they screw and look at those parts. They're just saying hi to each other.
Fucking rant over. Anyway, so
Refrigerator-kun, I care deeply about you, as do I, Chair-kun. Oh, they're
fucking.
They're fucking.
Oh, they screwing.
Yeah, like 3 other couples are confirmed, but not Natsu Lucy.
Wow,
so,
that's so mean.
It is. Anyway, it's just Natsu has so many different magical abilities, and if he gets Fire Dragon King magic, which I have a feeling he will, that's just another magic to deal with. And I really want to see like the clash of like Natsu doing like a super powered Fire Dragon lore against like Asta's like strongest anti-magic ability, and that's like the finale. And it's just this big old fucking clash, and eventually Asta just overpowers and just takes out Natsu.
That'd be sick.
I want to say Sprite-ish for this one because Simo versus Kyle.
Sure.
Simo versus Kyle is a great way to show off like those fantastical anime abilities. That works great. But if we're gonna get some hand-to-hand in there, I feel like it would be great to get some of the sprite artists in on that when like they get more up close and personal. Especially with like the side. Well, yeah, there's some great hand-to-hand there. I was actually gonna mention the side skyscraper shot from Quilava versus Misaka. That was actually my favorite bit when they were fighting on there, and the music was like and Quilava has that great move. It's like you don't know when to quit, and like flips a million directions and throws Misaka upwards. Like I love that. I love the flippy dippy shit like that. I think that would be a really cool to bring into here because I'd love to see Natsu like powering through a bunch of the swords, and then like I don't know how well Asta does when it comes to like pure hand-to-hand, but I think it would be fun like seeing him like trying to keep up with like Natsu's like flaming fists, or maybe even like he takes away the firepower, but like but even in spite of that, he's still putting up a fight, and like maybe punches him in the face like well, this just got a lot more interesting, and then like just like goes like all ham, like you may take his magic away, but like I would imagine he's still like insanely fast when it comes to like throwing a fist barrage, and so it would be awesome seeing Asta like countering a bunch of those. And
you gotta remember something about Natsu. This dude constantly challenges Urzus to fights and gets his ass kicked, so he's used to swords.
Oh yeah. I better not see another sword better than punching advantage again.
Oh my god, yeah, I swear.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, they did fix that in Tanjiro Jonathan.
But Tanjiro.
That was before.
That was before.
That was before.
That's what made me pissed off even more.
That's why I said they fixed that.
If anything, whatever. I said I wasn't gonna talk about that episode again. I'm sorry. But it's impossible. Yeah. So I just like seeing that happen, and this to me feels like such a natural pick for them. Like I don't know too much about the themes, but like just looking at these two side by side, you get it. You simply get it.
Yeah.
Who made this thumbnail again, by the way?
I think Zio.
Yeah,
I did.
Excellent job picking the renders there.
Very good.
Perfect.
Yeah. Keep in mind, it was very tough because I couldn't find any good Natsu renders other than just them looking at each other menacingly.
Yeah, like this feels official. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this would be an actual thumbnail they'd have for the fight. Yeah.
I will say I would like to. Sprites would be a really good pick for this fight, but I would also like to see what they could do with 3D because I do really like. This is just a side thing. I really like the effects of Yuji's cursed energy, and that kind of made me think. I would really like to see what they could do for anti-magic for Asta's kit, and I want to see how that looks in 3D.
I'm sure if it was sprites.
Nitpick for me as a Fairy Tail fan, but initially in the anime, they eventually removed it because it wasn't manga accurate. You fucking chuds. They did this cool like magic circle thing whenever they casted magic. So it'd be like fire dragon roar, and then circle would appear in front of his mouth, and then the fire roar would happen. I want to see that. I want to see that come back.
You're saying they took away the magic circle in later episodes?
Yeah, they took away the magic circles later in the anime because it wasn't in the manga, but everyone's like, no, that's cool as fuck.
But it was cool though.
Yeah.
Really cool.
It's like the Demon Slayer katana magic.
That was so cool because like there are like other ones. There's this dude Mystigan. He will cast like 3 fucking different circles and like jump and stack off all of them. It's like it's cool as fuck. I want to see more of that.
They never brought it back.
That's a personal thing as a Fairy Tail fan. I want to see that come back.
Oh man, that would be cool to see them like a nod to the show, not to the fans, like including that. And hey, if they make this one in sprites, they could possibly still do the effects in 3D, like with the power of Viz Post. They're able to pull off all kinds of crazy effects like that. Do we have any idea who wins this one?
I mentioned earlier.
I've heard like. Really? Because I heard the majority says Natsu should win. Probably something about him like being higher and scaling.
Well, there is planet level Fairy Tail. That is
okay. That's what I heard.
Planet's a large planet stuff for Fairy Tail. It's just that Black Clover is able to match, possibly exceed that.
Man. Okay.
Serious. What?
So, all right, we're getting debate already within the show floor here.
He doesn't scale to the cosmology, by the way. No one scales to the cosmology of Fairy Tail.
Yeah, that's the big
There's
thing.
There's a cosmology.
Yes, that's the big thing with Fairy Tail.
All right, okay. I'll just quickly go over this real quick. There are multiple dimensions, and there are infinite timelines, and then there's an overcompensating universe of all of that.
Okay then.
And no one scales.
It's potentially infinite, just how the way time travel works. And a character, Selena's openly mentioned that, yeah, sometimes I just travel to other universes because I'm bored as fuck.
Sure. Okay, so at this point, every anime is just gonna have multiple dimensions now, huh?
No. Fairy Tail's been having multiple dimensions. This is nothing new.
Oh.
Girl, we've been having multiple dimensions.
Yeah.
Beatboxing
but it's just no character.
Beatboxing happy. What?
Yeah, no character actively scales to it, so Natsu shouldn't.
It's just something that
Steve,
maybe
how would
Natsu
you?
will by the end of this arc. Who knows?
Steve, how would you react if?
We'll see if igneous flames are that strong. I hope not.
Steve, how'd you react if Luis made a 3D animation, like a very low poly 3D animation of Happy beatboxing in a like school hallway?
That is so oddly specific.
Because we referenced beatboxing puppy.
Yeah.
I think, on the Black Clover side of things, I do think it like in terms of speed, I think it's like faster than light as far as I know, massively faster than light. I think maybe. As far as I know for speed, but for strength, I'm not sure I'm not knowledgeable on this. I've heard of this, but apparently Black Clover gets the star, surprisingly.
Yeah. What? Gets way higher than what you expect.
That is one of my personal favorite speed feats. That this dude is so fast that he dodges light in his sleep.
That feat is so stupid that I think the funniest part about that feat is that, like, he doesn't even intentionally dodge it. He just fucking, like...
Oh, he's got the spider sense going on.
Yeah, and sneezes his way out of it.
Yeah.
I love feats like that.
Ridiculous stuff.
Mm-hmm. And just like I mean we can't not mention it, so it like it's a light beam, like there's
I'm
debating.
Looking forward to if they ever bring Gintama on the show.
They could have easily just brought up the feat where I think it was a Yami who like blocks like hundreds of like light beams that are about to attack the country of Black Clover all at once. No, let's mention the time that Asa sneezed his way out of a laser.
Yeah. So I appreciate rule of funny.
Funnier, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, it's definitely funnier.
Awesome. Did we have an idea of what the premise of this battle might be?
Oh God, I'm actually not sure, honestly. Like,
I'm sure there's some kind of magic tournament BS we could swing.
No.
Well,
let me cook. Let me cook. Let me cook.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead.
A big problem with the Fairy Tail Guild is every time they go on a mission, they end up destroying the entire fucking town. So Natsu destroys the town, and Asa's like, "Dude, what the fuck?" And then they fight.
Okay, I like that a lot.
Okay, yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Or maybe it could pick up immediately after Natsu versus Ace.
Oh, that would be a fun callback.
I can't wait for the setup of Natsu versus
Bro just ate some guy's brother, and now he has to fight the anti-magic guy.
Oh wait, shit! If we're gonna do that, oh my god! You know how in the
Asuka's fucking coming back after fighting Deku.
Yes.
Yeah, he has like a medal over his head.
Do you guys remember that it was back when they still did post animation?
He somehow stole Mr. Satan's entire afro.
Well, no. I'm going back to the Natsu versus Ace. It was back when they still did post animations. Y'all remember how Natsu got like thrown out of the bar in the burning city?
Yeah.
And that would be so great if like the city was on fire and like we cut to Natsu be like, all right, I saved the town. You're welcome. And Asta's in the bar and be like, dude, what the? And then it shows that he was the one that threw Natsu out, and then the fight starts from there.
That would be great.
Such an unnecessary callback that only a few people are going to get, but you know we appreciate.
I mean, if they did it with the Flash versus Quicksilver, it makes sense.
Yes, we appreciate deep cuts like that.
A town's getting destroyed, like that would make sense because it's literally a running joke where it's like, Natsu, for the love of fuck, calm down. We have to pay off all of the winnings from the mission and property damage.
See, that's why I like the Natsu versus Ace ending a lot for that. Like, not only is the death memorable, but
it could set up this.
Yeah, and they kind of they set up the fact as well that Natsu has a tendency to do a lot of property damage when saving people.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a guy that shoots fire, I feel like property damage is a pretty obvious outcome.
Yeah.
It's all well that ends well, and then a building just collapses behind him.
Asta's in that building, just pops up, it's like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, so
where's Noelle when you need her?
The setup of Asta versus Natsu just being, I've never felt such a energy like that before. Say your prayers.
Oh no, not again.
Oh no.
Yeah. So Death Battle. If you're listening to this, take some notes.
There's your writing. We do take commissions.
Yeah, Jeff. There's a good old Easter egg for you. You know we love our Easter eggs.
And also, for talking to the Death Battle, Liam, I know you like this idea. Take some notes for this.
We are here for consultation if needed.
And greatly appreciated if y'all could credit us as like script consultants in the description. Indeed. Create an entire new credit category for us specifically.
Unknowing script consultants.
Yeah. The getting the gift of prophecy. What that one meme of like a random internet user getting the gift of that one mythology, Apollo, the gift of Apollo. So yeah, all right. That was Natsu versus Asta. Two names that are very close to being.
They're only a few letters apart.
Is it anagrams of each other?
Yeah, anagram.
Junior jumbles of each other.
They both share the AST.
And if
AST.
Any closing thoughts?
Or ATS.
I definitely recognize these two. I do not know much about their characters overall, aside from what Death Battle taught me about them. Yeah. But I do get the vibe of this matchup, and I do think it would be really cool to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
So I've been like seeing this matchup for a while. I didn't think much of it because like I'm still unfamiliar with both series, especially with Deku. So that being said, I'd see it be really cool if they're bringing Asta back for an actual great episode. Because from a couple of friends of mine, they just did not like how Asta was portrayed, and I feel like now that Death Battle's like, gotten better with like understanding characters, I feel like they're gonna be able to knock this out of the park. Which is why I'd be down to see this happen.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
As for Natsu, I mean, what can I say? I just like my pink-haired protagonist.
This winter for anime has been great for pink-haired protagonists.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Sorry, go ahead, Cloud.
I'm really interested in this match. I didn't think much of it before because like I was in that phase of, does this hit like the specific connections I want? But now I'm like super lenient on that because like now some people get like really riled up with that kind of stuff. But that's a whole different point. But I really like this matchup. I think it's really dope. I would love to see these two come back, especially Asta. Need my boy back on. And I think this is my favorite for Asta and maybe my second favorite for Natsu. It depends on the day because I do also really like Luffy for Natsu. That one's pretty dope. I think that's cool. I like that one. But either or, I like them both. And I would love to see what the Death Battle can do with this. Yeah.
For sure. All I know is that if they do Naruto versus Luffy, I will only accept that episode if they do the exact same thing I mentioned before and have it be a continuation of the post-credits animation.
He somehow got all of his power-ups like during that 10-second period where.
Yeah, you could take a little creative liberty there and have Naruto aged up and he's like about to enjoy some ramen, but Luffy steals it.
I imagine they go through like a time skip. It's like, wait, you were the guy who did this 2 years ago.
They do a Wario versus DDD thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
Oh my god.
That would be amazing.
I just want Fairy Tail back on the show, man.
Fairy Tail definitely deserves to come back.
And if it's gotta be my boy Natsu getting fed to Asta, I'll take it. For now, maybe he'll win later. Man, it's not Zoro or Urza.
It's like if we're really look, I know we're on our Shonen Slop arc right now, and that's cool and all, but as long as we are, let the Fairy Tail fans eat.
Let's eat.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
Don't make me bring up Gashio Kevin. I'll bring that up.
So thank you so much, Slashing Gamer, for requesting this one. We had some awesome points all around the board here. I'm gonna have some fun editing this one down because this was a very long episode.
Oh yeah.
So thank you all so much for joining us. Hope you all liked the matchups. Let us know if there's any you'd like us to talk about, or if there are any points that we missed out on when discussing the potential and all that. And be sure to stay tuned for the next video. Take care.
Bye.
Hasta la vista.
Raccoon Bro.
Raccoon Bro voice actor.
I'd give Raccoon Bro VA a 240 out of 10.
I love Raccoon Bro.